run.
That's Lawrence Taylor.
Come on, Mary Trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
Wow. Talking about a full sports day. Today is one of the few days I ever wish I was RJ Santillo. But between the Yankees and the Niners, those are sports days you dream about. Let's say good morning to my compatriot for the day, the great Dan Grausa. Good morning, Dan. How are you?
Compatriots. That's with the Patriots, right?
That's right. We are Patriots together. We are with Patriots, yes.
It's so funny. You hit it on the head. I kind of somewhat, because we talked about it on the show yesterday. We're going to try to make more of a concerted effort moving forward to not interfere with RJ's pre-show work. So I actually wrote a letter and left it in the office detailing my feelings on last night and how overjoyed he must be as a sports fan. And I think that he actually just read it about 38 seconds ago. So I'm waiting for his reaction.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of RJ today, but the Niners certainly a great win last night, but that's not the story, certainly not here. The story here is the Yankees, and within the Yankees, the story right now is Cam Schlitler. And by the way, you talk about a busy show. We'll get your calls right up, 800-919-3776. 7 o'clock, Buster Olney. 7:35, Jordan Renan. 7:45, Rich Seamini. 7:55, Around the League. 8:30, Frenzy. 9:15, Stuff You Missed. 9:30, NFL Picks. 9:35, a segment I will not be participating in, Survivor Picks.
Ooh.
And 9:50, Plays of the Week. How's that for a show?
That is a show.
That's a show.
I ran into Rich yesterday over at Florham Park in the locker room, and I said, talk to you tomorrow morning, because he's coming on or whatever. And he was very, very, he's so into it. And he was wondering, do I need a video component? Am I just calling in, because of the streaming now on YouTube? So he is so eager to make sure this thing looks. Oh, absolutely. He couldn't wait.
I actually spoke with Rich this week. I was mean to him last week, and I felt badly. And I spoke to him this week, and he, I don't think, was thrilled to talk to me. But that's a conversation.
Why were you mean to him, though?
Well, I do want to get to the Yankees, but I don't think I was mean. Last Friday, we usually have these guys on, the beat reporters, the day of the game. And
we love them. Just confused at why today, but it's fine. It's Rich Seamini. Good morning, Rich. How are you?
Yeah, I was confused because the Jets played Monday. We had them on Friday, and that he threw me for a loop. But whatever. I think we're in a good spot now. You saw, and people say this all the time, like, okay, stop being prisoner of the moment. But Dan, last night you saw one of the great playoff performances and I mean this sincerely, in the history of baseball. Cam Schlitler. I sat here with you yesterday and said 4 1/3 over-under. And you were really, I don't know, probably under. They're going to go to the bullpen the first chance they need to. They never needed to. He was so good the entire game. 8 innings, no runs, 12 strikeouts. Bravo to him. He was unbelievable.
No walks.
No walks.
That is not a bad outing for your first playoff appearance.
Where does it go from there?
You could not. It's all downhill from here. Like if I'm Cam Schlitler, I don't even get on the plane to Toronto. Right? It's like it's all downhill from here. It can't get any better. Leaving on a high, the George Costanza. That's what Cam. He should retire tomorrow. It's never going to get better than this. But when we talked about the 4 2/3 yesterday, I was more concerned over the fact, will the manager let him pitch more than 4 2/3? Not whether or not Schlitler merited it or not. Will they give him the leash long enough to make that happen? And give Boone credit. He allowed him to pitch. I was a little bummed out that he didn't let him finish the game. That would have been super cool. But nevertheless, they had to. Yanks put up the 4 runs with the aid of a little Boston shottiness in the field, and the kid took care of the rest. Can't say anything more.
We're really, you say give him credit. We're really going to give Aaron Boone credit for.
Yeah, because sometimes people can't help themselves.
He was never in trouble.
No, but sometimes people can't help themselves in the moment. And the way that baseball is so manufactured nowadays, you know this, that the game is already mapped out for them. Oh, we're only going to let this guy throw 6 pitches. And then, can you imagine they take him out after 6? And then in the postgame afterwards, then Boone says, oh, well, we were thinking about the long game. We still want this kid to pitch 2 or 3 more times here in October. All the nonsense like that. That's why give him credit for staying out of the way.
Well, give the kid credit. Forget about Boone. I don't think Boone. I think anybody could have managed that game last night. I mean, he was unbelievable. He had filthy stuff from the jump. I mean, what, they have 5 hits off him? Yoshida had a couple. They did not drive the ball well at all. Yankees. And by the way, on this very show yesterday, can we take a moment? Do you remember what I said as we were doing this show yesterday, my friend?
I mean, it was 4 hours. You said a lot of things.
Yeah, I said the Yankees are going to score 4 in the 4th.
I don't remember that in particular.
Oh, my God.
I don't remember it.
Oh, you know what? You have such revisionist history. How could you not remember it? It's one of the great things ever uttered in the English language.
Well, I was actually trying to stay alive yesterday. That was my number one priority, the way I was feeling.
You were concerned you were going to pass away?
Yeah, you know, I was in bad shape yesterday.
You weren't feeling well. You were very cold yesterday.
I was.
You can't even turn it.
But I'm not cold now, so you don't got to worry about it.
No, that's good. Well, you probably got a better night's sleep. And
I've actually got a worse night's sleep, but I feel better, oddly enough.
Yeah, I mean, just unbelievable. I mean, that's what I said. I said, you know what? Yankees need to get the lead in this game and play from a comfortable lead. And it was never, once they scored those 4 runs and you saw how he was pitching, I don't know, I never really had concern. Red Sox are not a great offensive team, but he was filthy. I mean, he was consistently at 100, 101. And the thing about it is, even like some guys that have that level of velocity, you look at and you say, boy, he's throwing so, like, there's such effort. It didn't even feel like he was overthrowing at all. He was so within himself, Dan.
And he made pitches when he had to, right? 5th inning, he had a little bit of trouble. He had 2 guys on base, got Duran swinging, and poor Duran. So he ends that inning in the 5th. And then in the 8th inning, you get the Ryan McMahon play, which is going to be on all the highlight reels, flipping into the Boston dugout to make that catch for the second out that inning. Everything came up Yankees last night. You know, if you bought a ticket to that game, if you were in the ballpark, if you were with your buddies, whatever, like those are one. Last night was one of those against your rival that is going to resonate with you for, you know, as long as you're a Yankee fan. Let's face it. That was a great night.
It was. That McMahon, I give McMahon a lot of credit on that play because that's a 4-run lead at that point. And to just sacrifice your body, like 1-run game, I kind of understand because you're desperate to make that catch. 4-run, I mean, he went literally head over heels last night to make that catch, you know, diving into the dugout, does a full flip. It was nirvana. If you're a Yankees fan, and I'm sure people will find something because that's what fans do, of what they didn't like or didn't go well or blah, 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 whatever it is. If you're a fan of the Yankees, you have to be on cloud 9 right now. You have to be.
The thing with McMahon, too, think about it. He was going into enemy territory, the Red Sox dugout, which means they're not going to help you. They're not going to actually, like, go over there and try to, like, brace your fall or anything like that. So he was doing the full Evel Knievel, and he came up with the baseball, which was fantastic for him. And now we can finally say that you don't have to win game 1 of a series to make it out of the wild card because the Yankees
first one
finally been the first one to break through here.
First one. So yesterday that was the 3rd game. But game 1, Tigers won game 1, and then yesterday they win, so the streak continues along. Then the Cubs won game 1, they win, and away we go, right? So the streak continues, but then we get to the Yankees, and they lost game 1, and then they win 2, and they won 3. And I said it the other day. I said they're going to come back and they're going to win the series. I just thought they were better. What I also appreciate is how many times do we discuss it where we say the Yankees beat themselves? The little play here, the little play there, the base running gaff, the error in the field. Not even an error in the field, but like a bad jump on a play in the field. Not last night. Last night, Yankees clean as clean could be. 4th inning, leadoff, Boston.
Yep.
I thought they should have caught that ball.
Dude, it was in the air for an hour. It's got to be caught.
I mean, Rafael, and all you hear about Rafael is he's not even a Gold Glove player. He's a platinum. He's the greatest defensive player you've ever seen. He's got to catch that ball. And then, I don't know, what Lowe at first base looked like it was the first time he ever put on a mitt. It was embarrassing, that play at first.
Well, and you take advantage of those opportunities, right? If they're going to give you free outs, you have to capitalize, and that's what the Yankees did.
But what did the Dodgers laugh about with the Yankees last year?
Yeah, with the shoddy play in the field.
Right? Is we know it was only a matter of time before they shoot themselves in the foot because that's what they do. Well, last night, the Yankees turned the tables. The other team shot themselves in the foot, and the Yankees took full capitalizing on it every single time.
I'm going to bring it back to RJ for a second. Think about it. So his 2 games last night, the team that ended up losing basically played the same game, shooting themselves in the foot all night long. Right?
RJ had some night.
You talk about Yankee history, RJ Santillo history. That's one of the great nights of all time.
I mean, 86 when the Giants beat Washington on a Monday night, and that was a Super Bowl championship team. It was great. You kind of knew at that point this was a special year. And the Mets win the World Series. That would probably go down as the greatest night, I would think. Maybe somebody has something better. As the greatest night for any, like, if you're a Mets, Giants, and I am fan base, that's got to go down as one of the great nights in the history of your sporting life. Last night has to go down as that for RJ. It has to.
And by comparison, if you're a Met-Jet guy, think about the weekend you just had with Sunday and Monday, for crying out loud. And it's been like that for 40 years or more.
Right. I'm sorry.
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
RJ,
RJ, great night though, right? Like superb night.
I mean, I said to you before the show, Dan, that when you look back,
you guys didn't
he left me a letter too. Like, so it's like a scavenger hunt thing now, just so we don't get in each other's way. Yeah. Go ahead.
When I look back on, when all is said and done in life,
like when you're on, without being morbid, when you're about to check out.
Right. Yes.
Right.
And you have that thought. Obviously, you have your best days as a human, but when you have just your best sport days, I'm not sure it'll be like at the top, or maybe not even in the top 3, 5, maybe even 10. But it'll be one of those where you look back and say, if you were looking at a list, man, that feels too low. Maybe it needs to be higher. That's where I am with last night. Because
I would think, correct me, like it goes, and in no particular order, the birth of Antonio.
Oh, you're going overall.
Oh, yeah, forget about sports. That's got to be your number one sports.
We're keeping it sports, though. I thought you were just going to.
No, we're not lame. We're not just we're gonna pigeon this hole into it's only sports. No,
conversation's totally changed now.
Yeah,
totally.
That's right. Birth of Antonio had to be a great night.
Yeah, it was.
Vows with Ange
also
had to be a great night.
Yeah,
and then last night.
Third.
In no particular order, because I don't want to put you on the spot. It's got to be in those three. Have to be.
Yankees won how many World Series, and this is the one that's number 3?
Yeah, but you combine that. First of all, the Yankees have not done great in the playoffs recently. They have not, and they're down 1-0. It's the Red Sox, which has to add a little bit into the juice, and the Niners beat the Rams in overtime.
But it's week 5.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. It's still so early. I mean, there's teams that don't even have wins yet in the NFL.
So there's levels.
Not to name any in particular, but
there's levels, is what you're saying.
Yeah, there's levels. There's like ancient Egypt.
All right. Well, RJ, if I were you, that would go down as a top night in my life.
It's up there. It's up there. I mean, I have to see kind of where it goes. Also, I have to see kind of where
it leads.
This season ends up for the Yankees. I mean, the Niners. It looks like I said yesterday that's as bad a loss as Sean McVay's going to take. That's really, really bad. Really bad.
That was awful. I thought he was outcoached terribly, but I don't want to spend too much time on that yet. We'll get to that when we go around the league and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
I mean, what you saw from Schlitler last night in that moment, and I'll be honest with you, I thought early Dan was excellent. I thought he pitched beautifully. He made Ben Rice look terrible. He was rolling through 3. I know they scored 4 runs in the 4th inning, but I don't think it was really all that much his fault. I think if Rafaela makes that play to lead off the inning on Bellinger, I don't know how that game winds up turning.
I think he was fantastic last night, all things considered. And you could tell, I mean, first of all, he looked like he was 12 years old, right?
I don't know who looks older, him or Jonah Tong.
I think Early does a little bit. Jonah Tong looks like he's 11.
It's unbelievable.
He looks like he's 11. No, but and the thing about Early, too, like if you noticed, I mean, he left that game in the 4th inning. He stayed in the dugout the rest of the night. 9 times out of 10, a starting pitcher, you're out of the game. You go back to the clubhouse. You get treatment on your arm. You shower, whatever. He stayed in the dugout the rest of the game. Like, this was still, like, so cool and new to him. And it should be. I mean, it's a deciding game in a playoff series.
What a game. I mean, Schlitler was that. I mean, when you talk, this is sincere. When you talk about the great performances we've ever seen from Yankee pitchers in big moments, I mean, that's got. I mean, Clemens gave you a couple. I mean, Whitey Ford probably has a litany of them. Don Larson in the World Series pitching a perfect game. The guy in this day and age, when nobody goes 8 innings in an elimination game. His first. Think of all the little things that had in his first ever walk onto the mound in postseason baseball at Yankee Stadium against the Red Sox, the team that apparently now he did grow up rooting for. I can't figure out what the right thing is, but It sounds like he did grow up rooting for the Red Sox. I mean, that is unbelievable.
No, he did. I guess Rice was the one that grew up a Yankee fan up there, supposedly. Like, they showed the picture during the game last night, like Rice and his two siblings, like the three of them. The other two were wearing Red Sox things, and Rice was wearing Yankee stuff. This was when he was like 6. I don't know how that happens, but no, you're right. I mean, you throw in Andy Pettit, too, in the World Series in 96 against Smoltz, like that duel down in Atlanta. You know, how the Yanks needed that game.
When Paul O'Neill made that running catch on Luis Polonia, that
Correct.
game, right?
Luis Polonia, there's a character for you.
Yeah, that's a good man.
Yeah.
Good man. Yeah, right? Wouldn't you describe him as that? But, yeah, no, I mean, really. I mean, that for this organization, in your first start, for us to be having the conversation of where does that rank as far as the best of the best starts, I mean, it's pretty remarkable.
And here's what you did. You set the bar now extremely high. So the next time he takes the ball against the Blue Jays, in all probability, I don't know what game it's going to be.
Probably game 3, I would guess.
You would think, unless they tailor it a certain way. I don't know. But
well, I mean, I imagine, well, maybe not.
Could be 3, could be 4. Who knows?
Yeah, it's going to be 4 because I imagine that Renan is going to get game 3.
And he threw over 100 pitches, too. So, like I said, they're going to want to make sure that he recovers and all that good stuff. But like I said, there's only one way to go from here because I don't know how you top that. I don't know how you can improve upon that.
You can't top it. But here's the thing. You know that the moment, because that's a big concern, right? Like, we know that Schlitler has the stuff. He throws 100 miles an hour consistently. He's the one guy that can get on the staff that can do that. You know, in the big moment, it's not too big for him. I mean, that's a pretty remarkable thing to know in your first ever major league start in the postseason.
1,000%. In this town, that stage against the Red Sox, checked all the boxes.
All the boxes. So you know what's amazing though? I mean, how many calls? I mean, even on what's today? Today is Friday. On Wednesday, Boone's got to go. Boone stinks. This team's awful. Same Yankees. It's a joke. I hate them. I mean, we took so many calls like that. I look forward to today's calls because it's going to be the exact opposite way. We're the best. You can't stop us. We're going to beat Toronto. We're the best team in the American League. Like, it's amazing how quickly the worm turns, Dan.
RJ was talking about this too. Like, it's baseball, right? And that's you're in the prisoner of the moment. You play every single day. Like RJ even said before the show. So today's Friday. We're going to end the week talking about a wrap-up of this series. Going to show up on Monday, and we're already 2 games into the next round, and somebody could potentially have their backs to the wall playing for their season going into Game 3. Like, that's how fast it changes.
When we're back doing this show on Monday, last night's game will be a distant memory.
It's like it never happened.
Well, listen, football game Sunday. You have the whole week to wax poetic about how great Jackson Dart was and how bad the Jets were, and that's why football games are so euphoric and painful because when the final whistle blows that you have now a week before you're going to go at it again.
Correct.
Unless you're the Giants this coming week and you have the 4 days, but you know what I'm saying for the most part.
Of course, and that's why you always kick yourself with a missed opportunity because you got to wait a whole week for the worm to turn again.
Right. Like if you're a Rams fan, by the way, Rams should be 5-0, and they're sitting here at 3-2
because of the crummy Philly collapse. Yeah,
the collapse against Philly, and I can't believe they lost that game.
Night.
But that again, not the story. Story is the Yankees, and jump on today because it's going to be a luxurious ride. 800-919-3776. A luxurious ride for the Yankee fans this morning, Dan.
Very stress-free. You head into the weekend. You enjoy today. Then he could wake up tomorrow and then start worrying about the Blue Jays and what he got to do to get past them. Because let's face it, I mean, he didn't play well against them all year, but you didn't play well against the Red Sox either.
No, you did not.
Right?
No, and you were the better team in this series. Like all the little things that the Yankees are never the base running, the fielding, the big moments. How many times have you talked about, the Yankees don't do this well. They didn't do that well. It's these little things. In this series, they were better than Boston.
And now you're going up against the team, which is the polar opposite because Toronto catches the ball as good as anybody.
Yep.
And they put the damn ball in play. They strike out fewer than any team in baseball. So that overpowering stuff might not do you as good against the Toronto lineup that you had with Boston.
Well, here we are. It's Friday, October 3rd. Yankee fans, you got to feel like $1 million. So line them up because we're going to be crazed today with the different conversation about all these different topics. A lot of Yankees, Buster Olney, like I mentioned, Renan, Seamini, around the league, our picks. I'm out in Survivor, but that doesn't affect me that much because I didn't lose. Ray lost, which is good. But we're going to do everything. We got it all on lockdown. This is the place you want to be. Sports, sports, sports. DNR with you right here on a Friday morning. A victorious Yankees Friday morning on ESPN New York.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step fitting process to make sure your new bed fits you perfectly. The right fit, the right price, plus free delivery. It's what they do, only at PC Richard & Son. Free delivery on mattresses $199 and up. Excludes Manhattan. See stores for details.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Did you know women account for 2/3 of all Americans living with Alzheimer's and 2/3 of all Alzheimer's family caregivers? Join the Alzheimer's Foundation of America at its Women Empowerment Forum on November 5th in Amityville to learn practical ways women can reduce their risk for Alzheimer's and enhance quality of life for themselves and their loved ones living with Alzheimer's. For more information or to register, visit alzfdn.org or call 866-232-8484.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN. 1 free year of Perplexity Pro and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
Oh, these guys got to be feeling like $1 million. I mean, Yankees fans in general today. It's a Friday. You beat the Red Sox. This is accurate, right? They haven't beaten the Red Sox in a postseason series since 2003, right?
Well, 2000.
No, that's correct.
Yeah, 2003.
Yeah. right? Because 04 was
04 wasn't a best out of 5, right?
04
That was,
was
7.
7. It was 3-0. Remember?
Yes, guys, I know.
I'm just making sure.
Oh, you're joking. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Schlitler was amazing. The thing is too, is Judge did have, I think, 4 hits in this series, but Judge was not great offensively. No?
I mean, it's like,
what?
I thought we could at least get through one round without hearing the Aaron Judge doesn't hit in October. I mean,
No,
the guy
I'm not
had
saying, no.
guy
That's
had
not
2
what I'm
multi-hit
saying.
games.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I would imagine Judge didn't hit for power in this series.
No.
Like, Judge wasn't terrified.
But they
in
didn't
this
hit a lot
series.
out of the ballpark anyways as a team.
No, but what I'm saying is I imagine you're going to get a better you won that series, and Judge didn't carry you by any stretch, is what I'm saying.
Nobody did.
Right. Your pitching did.
Your pitching did.
Yeah.
Fried, think about it. Fried was outstanding game 1. Could have easily walked away with a win. He pitched well enough to win. You don't give up a run. I mean, what more can you do? Then you look at your offense and say, why didn't you guys score me any runs? Rodon wasn't outstanding, but it was a quote-unquote quality start.
And the bullpen was outstanding in that game, in Game 2.
In Game 2, right.
Yes.
Your bullpen was great.
Right. So Game 1, Fried was brilliant. Game 2, bullpen was brilliant. Game 3, starting pitcher was beyond brilliant, was all-time legendary start.
And think about that. You go into the playoffs with the Yankees. What did we think the strength was going to be? The offense, right? It would have to be the offense. They'd have to club teams. The bullpen was a sore subject. You didn't know who you could trust. You didn't know how much you could depend on these guys. Starting pitching, okay, you felt good about Fried. I think to a lot of Yankee fans, Rodon is still very much up in the air as to what you're going to get in any given start. And Schlitler was an unknown because this was going to be the first time we saw him take the mound in the postseason. It couldn't have worked out any better for you. Because you know what? You didn't sweep. It wasn't like one-sided domination of the series.
No,
but
not
like
at all.
you learned some things about this team and some players in particular over the course of these 3 games that I think is a valuable, valuable thing for this squad going into the next round.
And they were resilient, right? I mean, you were 9 outs away. You were tied at 3 in the 7th inning, and they took Renan out of the game and brought Cruz into that game. And, I mean, that was it. Red Sox haven't scored a run since.
You said it right, earlier on. Think about in 48 hours how the tenor of the conversation changed about the Yankees. Like, I did the post-game show, what was it, after Game 1, and I know nobody heard it, but, the mood was kind of down if you're a Yankee fan.
Well, but it would have to be.
Right? I mean, the manager, again, with questionable decisions, taking the starting pitcher out when he did, bullpen faltering, relying on Weaver, the offense not hitting in the clutch, and all this other stuff. They couldn't touch Crochet. And now the Red Sox only needed to get one of the next 2, and you already burned your best pitcher in Fried. And I think that optimism probably wasn't high at all if you're a Yankee fan. The same lingering October nonsense again. And then you're thinking worst case scenario, like, remember before the show yesterday, I said to RJ, it's like, what would have to happen for change? Like, were you almost kind of wanting that to happen in Game 2 so you would get an early exit and then maybe it would look at the organization?
I don't think that would. I think the only way, and obviously that's clearly not going to happen now, the only way that would have happened is if the Yankees would have not made the playoffs, like missed that. And I don't even know what would have happened then, but that's the only way. Now, you mentioned something a few moments ago where, we didn't know, like Schlitler, first ever postseason start, what was he going to be? Aaron Boone knew. Aaron Boone knew that the stage would not be too big for last night and the great Cam Schlitler.
Honestly, every time he's taken the ball, like I feel so good about him that he's capable of doing anything because he's such a good strike thrower and with that stuff. But felt great about where he was mentally last night when he was leaving. And, as I said, results aside, you never know what the results going to be. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be too big for him. But just, what a performance.
What a performance. I mean, Dan, you can't speak highly enough. The kid was absolutely sensational.
Now, does the word play out? How about the Yankee Schlitler?
The Yankee Schlitler.
Like, the Yankee Clipper? And remember there was Tyler Clippard, too?
No, I would say no.
Probably not, right?
I would say no.
Close, but not all the way there.
I wish at some point growing up he was like, you know what? I'm going to finagle with this a little bit.
The name?
Like, I'm going to move on from Schlitler, and I'm going to be Cam Jones. Right? Like, Schlitler's a dangerous name to have to say continuously.
Well, if you do this, I already slipped up once over the summer.
You had a misstep with the name?
Yeah, so I guess you weren't. It was probably with Rick, yeah.
Yeah, well,
I said Cam Rodon by mistake.
I can envision what you said, yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. All right, you want to get to some of the calls?
I would love nothing more than to do that.
In your entire life, the thing you want the most is the calls.
I would put the calls at like a 9.75 on a 1 to 10.
Do you think when RJ is answering the phones today,
he's happy?
But do you think Pepe would be? He's like, "Hi, ESPN New York, RJ Santillo speaking. How can I help you?"
Oh, I'm answering a helpline today. Whatever you need.
Yeah.
Right. So a guy calls up. He's like, "Listen, my toe is. I have a strange bunion on it." You're like, "Listen, sir. Here's what we do. Epsom salt. Like you're handling everything today.
Today's a day, and everything is better. Everything in the entire world is better today. And I mean, to your guys' point, like from our perspective, I mean, I can't speak for Ray. That allows you to dream a little bit, because we have been talking about how the AL stinks. And, the Yankees can make it up because everyone stinks. Well, I mean, if you run out Fried with the way he looked, and Renan was, walks a little bit of a tightrope, but definition of a quality outing. And then with what Schlitler gave you, I mean, you got something. It feels like you got something. I mean, if the offense comes together.
Well, you certainly have an advantage in the starting pitching against Toronto, and that's their best thing is their starting pitching.
Yeah, and I mean, you talked about Judge. He hammers Toronto pitching, like Gosman, like the guys that they're going to run out there. His numbers are great.
And again, you're right. This is a silly thing to do, but I'm not a Yankees fan, so I think I can get away with doing it. I think you have a great shot. I haven't seen the odds. Maybe you guys can look them up of this series, and then it's either Detroit or Seattle.
Well, that's the thing. Like, remember yesterday we were saying if the Yankees don't make it out of the first round, what did you say it was an epic failure? The season was a failure.
Epic failure.
Epic failure. What are we saying now? How will you treat this series with Toronto? Now, I agree with you. Like, right now, with the Final Four still left in the American League, I think the Yankees are the team to beat.
Yeah, I think
hands down.
Right now,
do you just take out if they don't get by Toronto? And Toronto's good.
I
right?
wouldn't say epic failure, but I would say
failure.
I would say massive disappointment if you don't beat Toronto.
Well, what if you just take out epic and just say failure?
Toronto minus 130, by the way, for the series.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm surprised by that.
I mean, you lost 6 out of 7 games you played in Toronto, right. So that's why home field could potentially. I mean, if this thing goes 5 and it's back at Toronto, knowing you haven't played well this year, that's not a situation I want to be in.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think I would go to that. You said take out. It wouldn't be an epic failure. It would still be a failed season.
It would be a failure.
I told you at the beginning of the year, Yankees will not win the division. And I've heard a lot of people, well, they had the same amount of wins. They did not win the division. So I said, you don't win the division. You win a wild card series and lose in the ALDS. You would say, you know what, really great. That's terrific.
Yeah. Yankees didn't win the division like the Mets didn't win a wild card. They were tied.
Right. Can we please not with the Mets?
I'm just,
I mean, I don't want to.
It happened.
I think my goal is
I think it's
never
healthy.
mention the Mets again.
It's healthy. It's cathartic to talk out your problems.
I have a lot of
talk
problems
out
with
your
the Mets.
sorrows.
I have a lot of problems with the Mets. No, do you not agree that if the Yankees don't win this series against Toronto, the season is between failure and massive disappointment?
1,000,000%. And guess what? Depending on who I mean, this is dangerous to get ahead of ourselves. But let's say if you're sitting there playing the Mariners in the ALCS, and the Mariners are a talented team, they upgraded at the deadline, I think, considerably. They found a way to win that division. But you're talking about a Seattle franchise that has never been to the World Series. So I think that counts for something, too.
So here we are. All right, let's break. Come back. 800-919-3776. I want to remind you, for everyone playing ESPN New York Survivor, of which I'm no longer, make your pick before Sunday's 1 o'clock games to stay in the running for the $5,000 grand prize. We've lost Don LaGreca. Can't find him. Chris Carlin, he's gone. Alan Hahn. And as of last night, any loser that took the Rams. Follow along on the ESPN New York app, powered by SplashSports.com. Let's break. Come back. Yankee fans, the floor is yours. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step fitting process to make sure your new bed fits you perfectly. The right fit, the right price, plus free delivery. It's what they do, only at PC Richard & Son. Free delivery on mattresses $199 and up. Excludes Manhattan. See stores for details.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, law, bite back?
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code USA to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code USA to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code USA.
Out here, pets are always by your side, watching the herd, running fence lines, or asleep at your feet. Pets are some of our favorite customers. When you bring them along to Tractor Supply, we'll always have a treat waiting. And with our price match guarantee, you'll always get the best price on their favorite food, toys, treats they love, and pet meds to keep them healthy. Tractor Supply, for pets out here.
Who knew caffeine could taste this good? With 5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry banana to sour apple, packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle. You'll get as much caffeine as a 12-ounce premium cup of coffee with 0 sugar and 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy Shots are bringing the flavor and the energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana, is giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for you. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce coffee, but 0 sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in-store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
Huge savings on Dell AI PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors are here, and they're newly designed to help you do more faster. They can generate code, edit images, multitask without lag, draft emails, summarize documents, create live translations, and even extend your battery life. That's the power of Dell AI with Intel Inside. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
You can hear Raymond's excitement through song today. Right, you feel the palpable excitement. I mean, first time we come back, he's playing, New York. Now back in the New York groove. I mean, he's feeling it.
I don't want to spread rumors. I think he's on his second pair of pants already today.
Really?
Oh, it's so excited he is.
He sounds like he's on his second cup of coffee.
Why wouldn't you? How do you sleep if you're a Yankee fan last night?
Very well.
How do you sleep?
I would.
No, but you're like floating on thin air.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
even
saying?
If you wake up in an like for RJ. RJ, you woke up what time? 3:30 this morning. Is that accurate?
3:20.
3:20. Alarm goes off, and do you get up like you're just? Shot out of a cannon?
Oh, first alarm. Sometimes I have a 5-minute snooze, bump back to 3:25. Today?
Like you're up,
Oh.
you're out.
You're like 3:20? Ha! I'll show you.
Yeah.
Give me
3:25.
3:25.
Today?
You beat 3:20. You know what? I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't roll over 3:15. You'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna get up now.
Well, it's funny you say that. I actually did roll over at one point. It was like 2:09. And well, then you're thinking like, what am I doing? But you wake up, and I caught myself. You just kind of have that wry smile all by myself. And I just went back to bed.
So does Ange understand the magnitude of how great last night was for you?
So she went to sleep like a normal person would that has to get up early at some point in the night. I forget exactly when. Maybe
at
10,
some point in the night, really.
Well, no, I mean 10, 15, 10. I forget the time.
Right.
And I had to text
Does
her.
Does she even say like, "All right, sweetheart, I'm going to bed," or is it like,
"Oh yeah,
I'm going to avoid you because you're in sports craziness," and she just kind of like tiptoes into the bed?
No, because everything was going really well. That was before the Rams comeback. But I mean the Yankees took focus. I have no problem saying that. And she went to bed, and I had to text her this morning something about Antonio for school today for daycare, and she texted me back. Thanks for sending. Congrats on your double win. Love you.
Wow.
So she gets it.
She gets it.
She gets it.
Well, she also knows that was going to greatly impact the kind of like day and weekend that we were going to have.
So Yankees lose last night. Weekend is ruined.
Up there.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Yankees lose, Niners win?
Better, but still a downer.
What about both lose? Like both lose, does she take Antonio and spend the weekend at her mother's?
No, we just we draw the shades in and we sit there just in silence and darkness. Think about
the whole weekend.
Think about our thoughts, what we can do better. Yeah, how we get better.
As a family?
Yeah, I think it's important to reflect on that.
So you just look inward.
I mean, to grasp the importance of the day. And yesterday was with Antonio, and she said out of nowhere, unsolicited. I showed you the text. He just goes, "Go Niners." Out of nowhere. He understood what yesterday was about.
Yesterday that's a big day for you.
He knows the significance of a division game, even early in the season.
They count double.
And the Rams, who are a team you're really competing with.
By the way, if you were watching football for the first time, didn't know, you would have thought that game was in San Francisco yesterday.
SoFi is, I mean, listen, credit to Niners fans, but SoFi is, it's as neutral as
nobody. I think it's fair to say nobody has a worse home field advantage than the Chargers Rams combination.
They're begging for opposing fans to come in there.
Yeah. It is absolutely brutal.
Yeah, great day.
Brutal. All right, let's get to these Yankees calls. They're lined up, and I don't want to wait any longer. 800-919-3776. Line them up. We will get to you guys. Rick in Albany. Rick, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys. Love the show. Thanks for having me on.
Sure.
Dave, I got to agree with you. Giving Boone credit is I can't agree with that hot take. I mean, he's got to go with the hot hand. The kid got in a little bit of a jam, but how much do you think it was him atoning for pulling Fried with nobody on? I know his pitch count was up, but just not over managing. You got to give all the credit to the kid, and I just can't give it to Boone.
Well, Rick, do you remember Game 1 of the World Series last year? Was Garrett Cole asking out of that game? Did we think at the time that taking Garrett Cole was the right decision in Game 1, or do you just eliminate that from our memory if you're a Yankee fan? That's why I say give Boone credit to stay out of his own way.
Guy was dominant.
I'll give him credit to the extent that he had, he stuck with the kid, right? He got in some jams, but I think a lot of it is with Fried. I mean, that kid might have saved his job. Maybe not. He might not be gone. But Yankee fans, as usual, would be calling for his head. And I think it erased his Game 1 blunders in a couple of areas. But I hear what you're saying.
Well, appreciate the phone call and enjoy the day because it really was a heck of a performance last night from Schlitler. And you got it wasn't even like massive timely hitting, but you got timely enough hitting to to take care of business there. So, I mean, really, just a tremendous performance is what it was.
The thought popped in my head last night, late in the game, when it was apparent, okay, Yankees are going to win. Probably when Schlitler came out of the game, and okay, he did his job. I'm already fast forwarding to next baseball season. When we get past the NBA and we're in June, July, kind of like the dog days, and we're thinking of topics and things to talk about. I guarantee you, there will be a conversation one day on radio. Who would you rather build your team around, Cam Schlitler or Nolan McLean? Those are the conversations that are probably going to pop up with these two teams and these two pitchers, right?
Well, I think it's a good talking point for next June. But my God, I mean, because the whole discussion was early. He's got no experience, and how is he going to handle this? And I kept saying yesterday, it's not like Schlitler has been in the league for years. This is brand new for him. And
he was in Double-A. He was in Double-A.
Right, and they called him up. And I remember watching the first time I saw him, I was like, man, he's got good stuff. He throws the ball hard. To go 8 innings and throw the ball at 100 miles an hour the entire way through it's remarkable.
Truly. And he, like you said, I remember that first start. He looked the part. Didn't look like he was overwhelmed. It looked like he belonged, right? And that's a big part of this. And last night, there were no jitters. There were no nerve. There was nothing.
No. He looked like he was Greg Maddux out there. The moment was
Greg Maddux wouldn't have gone 8 innings in the playoffs. You know that. That's the only difference.
Fair point. Let's take a listen to Schlitler. Here he is on beating Boston.
Yeah, again, like I said after the game, it's personal for me just, playing Boston. So, I was locked in. I trust the guys to back me up out there, and that's exactly what they did.
They must hate him up there. Don't you think?
So if he goes back during the offseason?
He goes back there during the offseason. He's a Yankee, and he just beat their team.
If he's walking the dog down a quiet New England road, somebody's going to drive by and throw a beverage at him or something like that?
Tomato sauce on him, yes.
You would have to have that on you, probably, right? I don't think you're deliberately.
Go to the store if you see Schlitler walking the dog, you're like, all right, let you run to the supermarket and then start following him. I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's a hate crime, actually.
Probably. Here he is, more of Cam Schlitler. How quickly he realized that he was dialed in.
Yeah, I think honestly before the game started, just with the bullpen I had, I was just very in control of all my pitches and being able to mix that. So, I think once I got past the first, second inning, I was able to really get in a rhythm.
So you listen to him speak then, and he's 24 years old. He sounds like he's been here and done this forever. Just listen to the calmness in his voice after what has to be, and we joke around with RJ, one of the great nights in his life. No joking aside, that has to be one of the great nights in this kid's life, doesn't it?
Of course. And
it has to be.
I would like to think, too, in the back of his mind, he knows job's not done. I got another start next week against the Blue Jays. And if he goes out there and gets absolutely annihilated, let's say against Toronto, it kind of takes some of the shine off of what he did last night.
No way.
No,
I don't agree with that.
I think a little bit.
You think so?
If he goes out there, gets tattooed, and let's say he pitches an elimination game against Toronto, and he gets tattooed, it absolutely takes the shine off of it. And the Yankees are eliminated that night, and he doesn't pitch well.
I don't think so. I think last night is a forever moment for this organization.
Right, he'll have a
forever.
Kid. But Dave, let's check ourselves for a second, though. I'm not trying to take anything away, but if you want to put it in perspective, and I'm going to keep going back to this is the New York Yankees. All right, this isn't the Toronto Blue Jays, or this isn't the Kansas City Royals. This is 27 championships, championship or bust. It's still the wild card round. There's 4 teams that haven't even stepped on the field yet this postseason.
You're right, but this is not the Yankees of 1998 where you just put them in the World Series. You know how great they are. This is a different feel. We say all the time, this is not the same Yankees. I don't know. Maybe you're right. I mean, the fans can call and say if he Game 5 spits the bit and is really 5 innings of 7 runs and just gets destroyed. I guess I think that he has earned a place in Yankees lore right now. But maybe I'm wrong.
You got to do it. But again, what puts you in the lore? Doing it time and time again on these stages. If he goes out there and he does it again, okay, then that cements what he did the other day. And I'm not trying to sit here and tell you that there won't be more opportunities like this for him. There's probably going to be several. But again, it's still just the wild card round. you still got 2 more rounds you got to go through before you're even at the point you were last year.
But I don't think the wild card round and the Yankees laughing at. I mean, the Yankees were never used to be in this wild card round. The Yankees for a long time would be the team that was the 1 seed. Now you're the 3 seed.
Well, remember
this
round is kind of new and
I know, but
kind
the
of
Yankees
contrived
were
anyways.
never a team that you thought about as like could potentially bow out early. That has changed over the years.
I know that. You know that. And that's why I think the noise gets so hot regarding the manager and the general manager, and maybe they've overstayed their welcome. But you also have still a large segment of the fan base, the whole, if George was still alive
I love
group
those calls.
that expect, championship or bust. Those are those people.
Yeah, listen, I think if you're a Yankees fan, enjoy right now. Fall in love with right now, because quickly enough, you're going to turn your attention to Toronto. You can't... Honestly, if you're a Yankees fan, how long do you even get to enjoy this?
Today.
Last night, today, and then you wake up tomorrow morning. You can't be like, oh, Schlitler was so great. No.
I said it to RJ this morning because I was looking at my emails. And I got the email that the Yankees put out at, I'll tell you the time. Bear with me for a second because I got to pull the email up.
Yankees, Blue Jays, by the way, 4 o'clock tomorrow, 4 o'clock Sunday.
4:02 a.m. this morning. The Yankees already put out the ALDS workout schedule, which is today. So, the Yankees last night, they hopped a plane. After they celebrated, after they doused the whole clubhouse with champagne, they got on a plane and flew to Toronto because they have a workout, and they got to do all the press conferences and stuff up at Rogers Center today. Yeah. So, like you said, you turn the page like that in baseball.
Very, very, very quickly. Dennis and Chester. Dennis, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Dennis?
So I wanted to bring up Boone's decisions. So I guess would be the 3 most controversial: sitting Jazz, Ben, and pulling Max in Game 1. I think the Jazz decision was terrible. He needs to be starting. But I think after watching Ben Rice against a good lefty last night, he looked pretty overmatched.
He looked. Those were 2 just non-competitive at bats.
No, and that sweeper coming across, he couldn't touch.
Yeah.
And the last...
Go ahead.
Oh, and the last point, with Max Fried, I honestly, and I'm not a Boone apologist by any stretch, I think Max Fried was tired. I was happy when he pulled him. He was missing up and away. I even saw Austin Wells was motioning to him that his release point looked a little off. I think he should have come out in that game.
But then the next night with Renan, did you not think he was tired and he trotted him out there for the 7th inning?
I agree with that. Yeah, I think he should. I think he was tired too.
And remember, Dennis, remember per Boone after that game on what night was it? Tuesday night, Game 1 with Fried. Boone said after the game that he went to Fried after the 6th inning and he said to Fried, do you have one more batter in you? Can you give me one more batter? That was going up against the bottom of the order, Dave. So it was almost like this whole thing was, again, prearranged and, calculated before they even stepped out on the field.
Yeah, they had an idea of what they were going to do. Paul Y agrees with you, by the way. I think this is crazy. I agree with Dan. If Schlitler sucks next start, last night really doesn't mean very much. I can't believe that.
I mean, it's one start in the postseason.
Yeah, but it was a monster start against probably your arch rivals. If his next start, he's garbage. Last night is gone now?
It's like what about a guy who gets like a game-winning hit in a playoff game, a walk-off hit?
But it wasn't a game-winning hit. It was a dominant, full 8-inning performance.
Still just one game, though.
Ray, you're a good Yankees fan. You tell me. Am I wrong or is Dan wrong?
No, I do not think that if he goes out and just has a terrible performance next time that it tarnishes. Like what he did last night was actually historic. Like it's never been done.
Well, tarnish is a strong word. I said it takes a little of the shine away from what he did.
It takes a little bit of the shine away, but for what happened last night is undeniable. Like that. It's not just Yankee history. It's baseball history.
When you think about the Yankees 5 years down the road, won't this be part of just kind of like your thought process of how great he was in that game, or no? Does that quickly get diluted and it doesn't continue to be?
Yeah, but now he set the bar another level, right? Like you expect. I'm not saying 8 innings of shutout baseball, 12 strikes or 12 strikeouts, no walks, but you expect him to go out there and put you in a position to win a game.
Imagine if he did, though.
Well, if he did, then forget
if
it.
That was just who he was.
Forget it.
Like the postseason is his postseason.
But like Dave, let's rewind a few weeks, okay? And I understand it wasn't the playoffs, but it was still these were important games. Jonathan comes up, and we were all giddy when Jonathan gets the call up because he is somebody who was dominating in the minor leagues. The first start, he was good.
But it wasn't that. Dan, that's a historic performance.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Next time out, he gets tattooed, and he looks like he's going to cry walking off the mound, and then he's not ready. He should be back in the minor leagues. But nobody was saying he's not ready and should be back in the minor leagues after the first start. That's my point. Things could change with a pitcher from one start to the next.
But my point is, no matter what happens moving forward, that will always be an iconic forever Yankees moment. It will.
Right. You won a playoff series. I get it. But again, you're the New York Yankees. There's still bigger fish to fry is all I'm saying. It's the wild card round.
Always bigger fish to fry.
It's a round that didn't even exist 5 years ago.
Unless that's Game 7 of the World Series, there's always going to be a bigger moment out there.
But again, remember, this series did not even exist 5 years ago. Like, we added this round to the playoffs.
All right.
You know?
I mean, we agree to disagree. I think that's a forever unbelievable moment, never goes away. You think it can be diluted.
I'm just saying, now what do you do for an encore? That's all I'm saying.
Well, you're not going to match that.
But if you get tattooed, like if he gets the hook, if Boone's got to go get him in Toronto in the second inning because like he just doesn't have it. You know what? Unfortunately, like what have you done for me lately? And the Yankees crash out against the Blue Jays. You're going to remember that game more than you're probably going to remember the Red Sox game from last night.
All right. Well, let's ask Buster Olney because he's going to join us next, and he was there last night, and he is doing a terrific job. And you know what? He is as dialed in as anybody. So Buster next, right here. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Ready to fire up your Saturdays? FanDuel's got a boost you don't want to miss. It's called Boosting with the Boys, and it's giving everyone a college football profit boost every single week. So here's how it works. Each week, they're giving everyone a profit boost to use on college football. No opt-in gymnastics, no invite-only nonsense. Everyone gets the boost. We're talking real games, real teams, real Saturdays with an extra payout on the line. It's easy, it's fun, and it's only on FanDuel. Go to FanDuel.com/Rick to download the app. Check out the Boostin' with the Boys offer and get in on the action. Each week, they're giving everyone a profit boost to use on college football. No opt-in gymnastics, no invite-only nonsense. Everyone gets the boost. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Right now, police are stepping up patrols to make sure drivers and pedestrians obey our crosswalk laws. Why? Because every year in New York, people are injured or killed just crossing the street. So remember, pedestrians, obey traffic signals and use crosswalks. And drivers, yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. If you don't, we will educate you on the law. And you may get a ticket, because tickets get attention, and that saves lives. A message from the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, we can't keep an eye on everything. Unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roads on this Friday. Here is Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dan. Yep, congrats to the Yanks on that amazing victory last night as they advance. Hey, guys, let's see what's happening as we head to the PATH trains. Delays Newark to World Trade, Journal Square to 33rd, Hoboken to 33rd because of a smoke condition. Also, 40-minute delays on the Bergen line of New Jersey Transit with an accident over in Ramsey. Watch for slowdowns on the westbound belt at Knapp Street with an accident, that one being clear. Traffic sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports, coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame, 880 ESPN, New York.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Story on the ground is short. To his left, fielded near the bag at second by Volpe. Slings it on to first. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. Schlitler, a 5-hit shutout.
Schlitler was amazing. I knew exactly what I needed to do and go out there, especially against my hometown team, so I wasn't going to let him beat me.
When you throw 100 and command the baseball and can land your secondary pitches, you can be a problem.
He's been our secret weapon ever since he got called up. Personal for me. I was locked in, trust the guys to back me up out there, and exactly what they did.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
He didn't look like a rookie, didn't he?
On ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
Well, he really didn't look like a rookie, did he? DNR with you, ESPN New York. And as we have had, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, this is like a DiMaggio type of streak. We bring in the great Buster Olney. Good morning, Buster. How you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. Got all the champagne out of my hair and trying to figure out if I'm going to throw away my shoes. It was about a quarter inch of champagne in the Yankees clubhouse last night on the floor.
That performance last night, I mean, you could have asked me to give you 50 predictions. I never would have gone with that. That's a forever moment for this kid. I mean, where does that rank? You've been covering this a long time. You're a baseball historian. Where does that rank as far as elimination games from a starting pitcher?
So on the subway back from Yankee Stadium last night, I was talking about it with David Cohn, and I said, the only other game that I saw that was better pitched in a Yankee Stadium, it was a different one. It was in the old one, was that Pedro Martinez game in 1999 when he had 17 strikeouts and no walks. And allowed just one hit, a home run by Chili Davis. That was just pure dominance. And this was along the same lines. And it was in a playoff game, not in a regular season game like Pedro's was. I mean, he, right from the get-go, coming out 101 miles per hour. And I was wondering, those early velocity readings, is this a little bit of postseason adrenaline, him reacting, and it was the same. His velocity came in the second inning, and he was as consistent, pitching up in the strike zone, but on top of that, landing all that secondary stuff. And I nominate myself for maybe the stupidest in-game question ever when I talked to Alex Cora at the end of the fourth inning, the Red Sox manager, and I asked him, what adjustments, you hit or could your guys make? And of course, there were none. When a guy is throwing that hard and he is landing his off-speed stuff, there's nothing you can do. If you're the Red Sox, you're just overpowered. And his command continued. And you guys saw, when he came off after the seventh inning, and it was clear the Yankees were thinking about, well, this, the finish line should be here. But Boone looked at Brad Osmond and said, he's still throwing strikes. Like, he's throwing strikes. He's still dominating. He's throwing 98, 99 miles per hour. So they let him go back out for the eighth inning. And when I was doing the post-game interview, he's a really nice, understated kid, very middle-class, blue-collar kid. And I was asking him, about his performance, and I told him about that statistic. No pitcher has ever gone 8+ innings with no walks and 12+ strikeouts in the postseason. Not only Yankee history, Major League Baseball history, and you could see him suppressing this grin. Like he was so happy and so proud, but he was not gonna sit there and brag about himself. What a performance! And here's the thing: is that he goes right into that category of Bucky Dent and Aaron Boone. In Yankee history, pitching coming up with big performances against the Red Sox.
Yeah, you would have liked it more certainly if it was, a little bit later on in the postseason. Like, the Yanks still have a long road to go, Buster, right, given it was the wild card round and there's bigger fish to fry, but he was sensational last night. We go into the playoffs. The offense is the strength of this baseball team. How encouraging a sign do you think it is now moving forward and getting ready for the Blue Jays that Yankees were able to win this series? They scored 9 runs. The offense really didn't have a lot to do with this series. It was the other facets of this club which helped them pull through. That's got to bode well moving forward.
I think so, and that's the thing about this matchup coming up against the Blue Jays. And I think Toronto is a much better team than people realize. They put the ball in play better than any other team. Lowest strikeout rate, highest on-base percentage in baseball. They run the bases well. But there's no question this is a fight between a middleweight in Toronto in terms of what they have in their offense, and these heavyweights in the Yankees lineup, who, as you say, have not fully manifested. And as we go forward, and I'm sure you guys have seen Judge's career numbers against Kevin Gausman when they face each other so many times in the past, Judge has crushed him. He has like a 1250 OPS. Giancarlo Stanton has crushed him. Ben Rice, because the Blue Jays are so right-handed in their rotation, entirely right-handed in their rotation, Ben Rice is going to be in the lineup every day. And there's not going to be a question about, are you going to go with a right-handed hitting lineup or the left-handed hitting lineup? I think they're in a really great spot. And here's the other thing, too. I understand that Judge didn't hit home runs, and that's what we've grown to expect from him. But his at-bats were really good. Like in this series, I thought he was under control in a way that I haven't always seen in the past in the postseason, and I think that their offense is going to be in a good spot.
Buster, the Dodgers laughed at the Yankees last year, right? Well, the Yankees don't field well, they don't run the bases well, but this series, all those things, they outdid Boston, who is supposed to do those things well, right? Like Boston didn't send the runner from third the other night.
Yeah,
he doesn't score.
Right.
Yeah, right. Like all the and then last night, I mean, Rafaela, who is as good a defensive player as there is in baseball. I mean, that fourth inning, the Bellinger ball that dunks in, Lowe not making that play at first base, like all these the little things that the Yankees typically haven't been great at in the last, I don't know, little while. They were better than Boston. That's big stuff for this organization.
Yeah, it is, which is why at the beginning of the series, it was eye-opening for me, and we're meeting with Aaron Boone before Game 1, and he said, this is the best team I've managed here. And he felt like that it was and that is because they can do a lot of different things well. And I think Cody Bellinger has a lot to do with that. He's an excellent outfielder, and so when you have Judge and Grisham and Judd and Bellinger in your outfield, that's really good defensively. Certainly an improvement over where they were last year, where they had to play Judge in center field. They run the bases well. I think, and I know that during the year, Yankee fans will say, man, we made a lot of outs on the bases. The numbers don't back that up. The only team that made fewer outs on the bases than the Yankees were the Los Angeles Dodgers. I do think they still are very capable of throwing the ball around. That the interpretation of that play that happened in Game 2, where they didn't send the runner, could have been very different if they had, and the outcome, it would have been very different because Ben Rice is inexperienced at first base. He's not that great. Jazz will often throw off balance. If anybody but Ryan McMahon is playing third, it can be ugly. But yeah, I agree with you. I think they're much better. And here's the thing too: at some point in this postseason, Caballero's speed is going to manifest, and he has great base running arrogance, and you could see him being a factor at some point coming off the bench and pinch running for somebody and making things happen.
Are you a big proponent, Buster, in terms of teams like Toronto in this case? They get the extra time off, that maybe the team that's been playing has a little bit of an advantage going into the series?
I think it absolutely can be that way, and I thought going into Game 3, it was setting up perfectly for Toronto because everybody on both sides, Yankees and Red Sox, both bullpens were getting taxed. Whitlock had thrown 47 pitches in Game 2. All three of the Yankees' key relievers had thrown in Games 1 and 2. Cam Schlitler absolutely mitigated that single-handedly last night because, Bednar was the only guy who pitched. He has pitched, in 3 consecutive games, 4 days in the last 5, and we'll see where that goes. But the rest of the bullpen got the night off because he was so good. And it will be interesting to see that whole rest versus rust question with the Blue Jays, coming off what was a really great weekend for them, not playing and doing a lot of inter-squad games up in Toronto. Will they have lost a little something? Meanwhile, the Yankees are playing these hyper-intense games against the Red Sox.
Maybe I've missed it, but I don't think so. Where do you assume the Yankees do Game 1 as far as their starters concerned? Heel gets the
Luis
nod,
Heel. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty. I would be shocked if it were anything other than Luis Heel in Game 1, Max Fried in Game 2, Rodon in Game 3, Schlitler in Game 4, back in Yankee Stadium. That's a great place to keep him. And then in Game 5, you could go back.
Did you go to Fried in Game 5?
Yeah, because it would be Friday. You'd have the extra day of rest, so he'd be normal turn.
That's exactly right. Yep, that's exactly right. You go Sunday to Friday, so they should be in a great shape there. My big question about the Yankees coming out of the series, the bullpen has been shaky all year, and there were certainly moments in Games 1 and 2 when that was the case again. And so that'll continue, I think, to be the big question about them.
Lineup construction-wise, it was a big talking point after that first game. Boone stayed away from the lefties against Crochet, Rice, and Jazz, and then we know the tide turned in Game 2 when they were back in there, but then Rice was back in there last night along with Jazz, and he might have been fighting it a little bit here. How do you think that they will lean when it comes to making out these lineups, at least in the early part of this series? whether it's a lefty-lefty, righty-righty type thing? Do you think he's going to play his best guys, or is he still going to adhere to the matchups?
It's easy because all of the Blue Jays starters, in all likelihood, are right-handed. Gossman, right-handed. I think Trey is savage. Wouldn't surprise me. The rookie got called up at the end of the year.
He looked good.
Theoretically, oh my God, he looked great. And he, in some respects, I think he gives the same advantage that the Red Sox had with Early last night that the Yankees had with Schlitler, in that the other team hasn't seen him. He is a tremendous splitter, and he's got great mound poise, like we saw with Schlitler and Early last night. And so it wouldn't surprise me if they want to keep him in front of a friendly crowd, and then you could come back in Game 3 with Bieber, another right-hander, and then maybe later in the series we'll see where they are with Bassett and Scherzer, et cetera. But unless they bring in, decide they're going to start Eric Lauer against the Yankees lineup, which, certainly they're better with their left-handed group than their right-handed group, I think they'll wind up just playing Jazz and Ben Rice and obviously Wells catching. And a lot of times in McMahon, it was clear the big question going to last night's game was whether or not, McMahon struggles offensively, could compel Boone at some point to think about a Caballero playing there rather than McMahon. But McMahon is so good defensively.
I didn't want to ask you because you were covering the series. You're not covering the Blue Jays and the Yankees, are you?
I am not.
Okay.
No, I'm not doing. I'm actually doing some studio work on Baseball Tonight on Sunday, Monday.
Okay, so let me ask you, because I think the Yankees are going to win this series. I feel like you might be in that same mindset. Where are you? Think the Yankees get by Toronto?
Yeah, and I thought they were going to beat the Red Sox. And we did predictions on ESPN.com, and I had them winning that series. I have them winning this series. I've noticed it was mentioned to me by someone in Toronto this morning that the odds are enormously in favor of the Yankees. I don't necessarily look at it that way. I think Toronto's really underrated.
Ray just looked up the odds, and he said the Blue Jays are favored in the series.
Really?
Yeah, right, Ray.
Okay.
I mean, he said the Jays are minus 130. Yeah. So
wow.
So Slim. That's
yes,
on ESPN
I'm picking
Bet.
the Yankees.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking I would pick the Yankees because the Yankees. Look, I mean, there's so much about the Blue Jays. They're really versatile. They do these things well, but it really does feel like a matchup between, it's two different types of lineups. The Blue Jays need Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to mash in this series, and he hasn't down the stretch. They don't have a lot of those type of guys. The Yankees have a lot of those type of guys. They can quickly put up, 2, 3, 4 runs in a way that I don't think the Blue Jays can. And they are playing well, and they're coming off this really intense series. And all of a sudden, we have this big X factor named Cam Schlitler, who can shut down anybody.
It was unbelievable performance last night. Buster, did anybody accost you on the subway about the steak lunch yesterday or not?
I get asked about it every single day. When there were Yankee fans every single day. Clearly, you guys have a great following on your show because everyone's like, "Did you pay off the lunch? Did you get how was the steak? You didn't go? What? That hasn't happened yet? What is going on?" Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of advocates out there working on your behalf, reining me in on this bet.
Well, you've been a gentleman about it. I mean, you've tried to pay it off. It hasn't been paid off yet, but it's no fault of your own. Where are we with that though? You're not back in New York then, are you?
No, I will be. If we go forward, I'm guessing that I will be doing the way the Yankees are playing, at some point I'll probably see you in the month of October. And we will get that done, and we will have a lot of fun. One thing I was going to mention before I go, Cody Bellinger. That is definitely a situation worth watching.
The ankle.
It looked like he tweaked it coming home plate during last night's game. You guys saw how heavily he was limping. I talked to him after the game, and he's an old pro, and he's not going to give up much. And he just had this grin on his face. He goes, I'll come in tomorrow, and I'll get treatment, and I will, we'll figure it out. No one's healthy this time of year. And we'll see. He wasn't going to give any specifics exactly how he was feeling, but it's certainly something to watch because I think Cody Bellinger has had a tremendous year, and I don't think you can overstate how much he's meant to this team.
Yeah, he really is a phenomenal player. He started the whole thing last night with that double that was crushed in the fourth inning.
Yeah, right. The Rafaela
he
he's
should have
not very
caught
good
that,
on
right?
coming in on balls.
He should have caught that,
caught
right?
it. I mean, Rafaela is one of the best outfielders in baseball, but that's built on the way he retreats and chases balls back or to his right or to his left. He's not good on balls hit in front of him, and I don't know if he gets fooled by the swings or what the deal is, but that was pivotal.
It was almost,
I actually thought early.
It almost like turned into one of those like Bermuda Triangle situations, like the way it just fell between, and then even Abreu comes in, second baseman goes back, it just kind of fell between them all after a while.
Yeah, and it felt like the ball was in the air for so long in the ballpark, like it was a Ray Guy punt, and you're thinking at some point, because Willie Abreu is a good outfielder, and and Rafael is a good outfielder, and you just couldn't believe that ball actually fell.
You're so versatile. Look at you throwing Ray Guy into the mix. You really are a special talent. All right, Buster. Listen, I guess, right, game Sunday. We'll talk to you Monday morning, bright and early?
I'll be ready to do it if you guys are.
Oh, come on. Stop it. You know how we feel about you. We'll talk to you. Have a great week and enjoy all the games.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Buster.
That, of course, is the great Buster Olney. He's so good. If we want him, of course we want him. Of course we want him.
Well, you're going to have two games down already, too, so there's going to be a lot to chew on.
A lot to discuss. Let's do this. Let's take a break. We will come back, and we'll unpack more with the Yankees and start to get into the NFL conversation as well. It's DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step fitting process to make sure your new bed fits you perfectly. The right fit, the right price, plus free delivery. It's what they do, only at PC Richard & Son. Free delivery on mattresses $199 and up. Excludes Manhattan. See stores for details.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is the Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same day and next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you...
Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow.
Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips, get personalized parlays built just for you, and with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Oh, you see the theme. Yankee fans very excited, and Yankee fans should be very excited. Dan, 4 teams left. Mariners haven't taken the field yet. Tigers, who win that series in 3. Yankees and Blue Jays. Right now, who's the best team?
Yankees.
Yeah, I agree.
Yankees. They have to get by this first hurdle. Once you get by that first hurdle, okay, I'm all in. Let's go.
Yeah, I think they are the best team. I tell you right now, I think the Yankees are going to the World Series.
I told you, on paper, top to bottom, the team that can line up and I think give them the biggest fit is the Mariners.
Yeah, I don't trust the Mariners at all.
Well, we can't trust them because they've never been to a World Series. I get that. But I'm just saying, out of the teams that are still alive in the American League, the team that I think on paper,
right,
the Mariners would be the biggest obstacle. Not saying they will be, but I'm just saying that would give them the biggest matchup problems.
So listen to this, and let's react the way that I want you to hear this, and I want to react off of this. Aaron Boone on the pressure of the game last night. Here we go.
I've talked to you guys a lot the last several weeks about how good of a club I think we have now at this time of year. So you go into that best of 3, and it's pressure filled, It's against a team so well and is your rival, and they win game 1. These guys just kept playing. Honestly, going into the night for me personally, it felt like as pressure packed game as I've ever been in. As a player, manager, that's World Series games, that's clinching to go to the World Series game, just because it's like, man, the context in my brain of like what I think our team is, a great opponent, a storied opponent, here, down 1, boys answered the bell and played great baseball these last couple days.
They did. Couple things. A, do you feel like he's saying that he's fighting for his job, or am I reading into that?
No, I think you're reading into it maybe a little too much. I just think that, look, the way the format is structured, you have a bad 2 days, you're done.
Right.
So that's why
it's a lot easier than the one game they used to have.
Well, that's why like we were saying after game 1, and that's why I thought that game 1 was so. Look, the statistics tell you alone, Dave. Right? Like since this format has been enacted, 15-1, the team that wins game 1.
Right.
Right. You win the first game, you're halfway there, and that's why you pull out all the stops to get that first one in the series. So yeah, you're damn right. Like I agree with him. Like the pressure is huge in this series.
Yeah, but here's the thing I would say. Stop. You've played in Game 7 of the ALCS. What are we talking about? It's not the same level of pressure as the World Series or Game 7 of the ALCS that goes extra innings. I mean, it's massive, but it's not that level massive.
No, obviously not. But
you say obviously not. He thinks that's right up there with anything.
But this is best 2 out of 3 versus those other series are best of 7s.
Yeah, no, I get it. Great performance, really. I mean, you can't speak highly enough of what Schlitler did. I mean, think about the pressure just on the Yankees, not even on him, on the Yankees, and how he takes the ball and seemingly felt no pressure. Like how? And I don't think the other kid felt a lot either. I thought he was really, really good for 3 innings, and it's not like he got hammered in the 4th inning. Like for 2 guys that have combined for 19 major league starts to go out there and look like that the moment was not too big for them. I thought it was remarkable.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is, baseball, the reason they came up, well, aside from, TV money that they're able to generate for having this extra round of the playoffs, this is why they expanded, from just the 1-game winner-take-all wild card versus the best of 3. It's supposed to put you at a disadvantage for not winning your division, right? I mean, that's the incentive of winning a division that, hopefully you don't have to be put in this situation and you're good enough to get the first round bye like, the teams with the 2 best records do. But, that's why there's pressure. Like if you lost the wild card back in the day when it was 1 game, okay, your season's over. Here, you lose one game, you only get one more mess up, and then your season's over.
Right.
Your odds aren't that much better.
The Yankees are excuse me, built for the longer series.
I agree.
Than they are for the like if they were going to get got, I would think. Now I know the opposition will get better, but best of 3 when you have a crochet, that's very dangerous stuff.
1,000%. 1,000%. And that's why going into those type of series, you look at the pitching, for example, because if a team like Boston could throw one of those guys out there, which they did, and he got the Yankees in the first one. Problem with that is, though, they couldn't follow it up with anything substantial after that.
Bayo was nothing.
Bayo, you got him out of there in the second inning. And the problem, but going into Game 2, we didn't suspect that because Bayo has been lights out at Yankee Stadium.
You know what,
lights
though?
out.
It did feel like Alex Cora knew. It felt like he knew if they don't win Game 2, they're not going to win Game 3.
Well, he didn't have
Just
a Game 3.
The way he managed.
He didn't have a Game 3. Well, I mean, think about it. His pitcher in Game 3 was essentially, a pup. You're not going to put. He was a 12-year-old. You're not going to put him out there in Game 3 because Giolito got hurt.
Right. Yeah.
It could have been a bullpen game for them. But then when he emptied the pen in Game 2, when Bayo didn't have it, he was like, "All right, all hands on deck. This is what we're doing. We're going to pivot."
So moving forward, we've spent a lot of times, and rightfully so, on the Yankees. But moving forward here, we're going to have to get into some football on this Football Friday, and we will, because Jordan Renan is going to join us. Rich Seamini is going to join us. Around the League's going to happen. Football Frenzy is going to happen. So we'll morph into a little football, certainly get back into the baseball. Renan, Seamini, Around the League, all that on the way. DNR with you. Big day in New York sports. ESPN New York.
You know so much about who you are. But do you know what makes your body your body? With over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help you know the truth. Because you know you're made of grit, wit, and a good heart. But just how healthy is that heart? You know you're made up of all the places you've called home. You know you're made of your mom's sarcasm. And now you can find out if you have her thyroid too. You know you're made of college all-nighters and 30s early-nighters, but those still don't explain your sleep issues. You know that you're made up of good meals with even better conversation. But are you actually absorbing those nutrients? A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
Jets football once again returns to MetLife Stadium. See your New York Jets face off against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday, October 5th at 1 p.m., presented by Atlantic Health System.
Play action, bootleg out to the right, Justin Fields, and he will trot into the end zone with a misdirection touchdown.
Get your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Hey there, it's Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike. I'm thrilled to be joined by Dr. Drew from the Wellness Company. And Dr. Drew, you have something very exciting to talk about today, the medical emergency kit. Tell us a little bit about this.
It is exciting. Look, I have been fighting to try to protect the patient-physician relationship my entire career, and we have lost. I finally decided I need to be involved with people that put the power back in the patient directly. These emergency kits give you everything you need so you don't have to spend $1,200 going to the emergency room. We have a significant medical team, the medical board at TWC, and we just sat down and put together what we would want for our family, for our patients.
Oh my gosh, so anything that anyone could need is in this
and there's
kit.
a guidebook here to tell you exactly how to use it, and again, telehealth backup.
It's remarkable. It's innovative. Everyone needs to get one. UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports to get $50 off your kit. That's UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Dive into the Marvel Universe on the official Marvel Podcast with the stars of the MCU.
Everybody's going to be talking about whether we're casting for this character.
The creators of Marvel Comics.
Spider-Man is the greatest fictional character in history.
And Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige.
But if you want the real answer, if we're trying to get real on this podcast,
giving you exclusive access to Marvel's adventures like never before. The official Marvel Podcast. New episodes every Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
All right, DNR with you. ESPN New York. Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Not the same kind of night to night in sports, because my Tullamore Dew update has number 23 BYU hosting West Virginia, 10:30 on ESPN. And that's Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Our next guest is so multifaceted that he's here for the Giants, but he can talk Yankees. He can talk anything, as he showed his chops as a host all summer long. He's my, I don't know if I want to say best friend yet, but he just might be. He's Jordan Renan. Hello, Jordan. How are you?
I'm good. Dave, would I become your best friend if the Jackson Dart becomes the guy?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Is that
the
what
better
it takes?
Jackson Dart is, the better it is for our relationship.
Probably. I mean,
Dart,
better it is for my career, I'll tell you that much.
Jackson Dart. Did you hear my Jackson Dart song this week?
I did.
Yeah, that's just, I'm sorry.
I did.
I apologize for that. All right, before we even get to the Giants, so you're a massive Yankees fan. Thoughts on what we saw last night from the Yankees, your guys, and Cam Schlitler in particular?
Yeah, I mean, that was exciting. That was just a great game to watch. To be able to beat the Red Sox, you know, it's been a while. I know that's kind of crazy to say for the Yankees.
Yeah. It's been 22 years since they beat the Red Sox.
Yeah, I was there at that game. That was pretty good.
You were at the Boone game?
Yeah. I actually went like 20 years in between Yankee games. I went from that game, and I didn't go again until last year in the ALCS.
Wait, you're talking about period or postseason?
Period.
You didn't go to – you're a massive Yankees fan. You didn't go to the stadium for 20 years?
Did you move to Saudi Arabia?
I do live far. It is a hike.
Well, no, you don't live in
No, I
Guam.
lived
How
in,
could you not go to Yankee Stadium?
I lived in Philadelphia for some of that time, to be fair.
Did you go to the 09 World Series?
No.
I did not move back here until 2014.
No, but they played Philadelphia. Did you go to the games in Philadelphia at least?
No, he would have gotten mauled. Jordan Slight, his build is
yeah, but
not
he was a media person. He could have got a credential and went.
I've been to Yankees-Phillies games there, but I did not go. I was not. No, actually, I remember I did show up to the Eagles facility, though, my Mariano Rivera Yankee jersey after they won, though.
Oh, really?
That's a
to
boss
shove it
move.
right in their face.
Yeah,
huh?
Wow.
I did.
Making a statement. Look at you.
I did.
All right, so, Jordan, what is the feel at the Giants facility this week? Because I would imagine it's different than – I was talking to somebody about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first game the Giants won that mattered in a year, right? Because the one win they had was the Colts game, and I was upset about that victory. So the last win they had that I was excited about was that game in Seattle, week 5 of last year. Jordan, it's been a full calendar year.
Yeah, you're going back to, I guess, the Daniel Jones game in Arizona? That was 2 years ago, right?
No, I think it was Seattle when they had the blocked field goal for the touchdown last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that game mattered.
Well, I mean, at least you cared. You were excited they won.
Yeah, no. I thought you meant like,
now
we're back. we're back in
even
kind
you
of
were
business
excited
here.
they won. It's been a full year.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Colts game didn't count.
No, it was a terrible win.
that just
Yeah, it was
ticked
a
you
terrible
off,
win.
actually. Yeah. But, I mean, you're right. I mean, look, there's a feeling around the team now that they have hope, right? Like that's what the difference was. You can even feel it. And when I was there, that's the most notable thing to me from Sunday. Like, we know Jackson Dart's talented. He was a first-round pick. Cam Scadaboo's talented. You know, everyone saw what he did last year. But the feeling in the stadium last week was of hope. Like, at times during the game when they started, you know, when defense chants were, like, popping up, it was an energy, Dave, and I know it sounds weird, and you're like, oh, no, he's just exaggerating. No. Like, that kind of stuff wasn't happening in the stadium. Instead, people used to have the feeling going into this game is, oh, they're going to blow it, it's going to get worse. Now it felt like, okay, we have hope that it's going to go right. And it was rare.
Moving forward, though, Jordan, watching that game, and I was even texting some people while it was happening. It's like, okay, you're excited, you like what you're seeing, but they got to pump the brakes a little bit on all these runs that Dart is taking off on, the zone reads and stuff. I mean, one of these he's not going to get up from. And I'm just really curious as to the thinking as to why you want to call a game like that. Now, I understand now you're down neighbors moving forward, which makes it more difficult, but to preserve your quarterback and your franchise, maybe not leave himself so vulnerable to contact.
I agree. He can't play like this long term. You can't survive as many hits.
He's not Josh
as he
Allen.
It doesn't matter. No, you can't survive that many hits in the NFL. There was one quarterback last week that took more hits than him, right? We call it QB contacts. It's basically runs and passes, the number of hits he took, and it was Carson Wentz, right? And we've seen what happened with Carson Wentz throughout his career is he hasn't been able to stay on the field.
Well, I mean, Jordan, look at Cam Newton was the biggest quarterback there ever was, and ultimately he became susceptible to all the hits he would initiate.
But even then, there's a degree where you have to, you know, you could limit the amount of hits you're taking. You could limit the damage, and you could go down. You could just go out of bounds. Like, you don't need to fight for the extra 2 yards. You don't need to, and he admitted this one. This is the only one he would admit, is stiff arm, you know, with his passing hand 30 yards downfield. By the way, the play didn't count. But here's the thing. You listen to the Giants and you listen to Jackson Dart, they're not going to let up on this. They're going to still run those plays. They're looking at it as it's on him to limit the number of hits and figure out when he should, you know, seek out contact and when he shouldn't. So I actually expect them to continue to do it and continue to run them like this and to continue to run those plays, Dan.
Great. So then when he gets hurt, we won't know about Brian Dable because he won't make it through like 5 games this season. Wonderful.
Well, it is. I mean, this is Brian Dable again saying, hey, we're doing everything to win every single game. Like, this is what we have to do here.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to, you know, lose the battle to win the war.
I understand. I didn't say it's the smart thing to do. I said they've done a lot of things. I don't know if you realize, Dave. They've done a lot of things over the past few years that aren't necessarily smart.
Don't you talk badly about the Giants. All right.
Look at you. 180,
we're back,
Dave.
Jordan. We're back. And you know what? We're back, and I got so much energy about it, too. I'm so excited about it. Because Monday, you know, how about this, Jordan? Mm-hmm. I was told Monday I had no energy on the show. I did hear that. I was dull. Can you believe they talked to me like that?
On Monday?
Yeah.
But Monday was post-Jackson Dart.
Yeah, but I wasn't all that I was excited by that, but then you had the Neighbors injury, which was crushing, and then you had the Mets loss, which was just catastrophic.
And the Mets were on the second TV.
Yeah, I digress. The front four, right? We've been talking about Carter and Thibodeau and Burns and Lawrence and unstoppable, and through 3 weeks, they were not unstoppable. Now, I don't know how much of it was the Chargers' offensive line being banged up or how much of it was, that was a special performance from the Giants pass rush last week.
I think it's a combination of everything. They have been good. If you look, they have produced pressures. And I kind of told you this last week, but they played Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, and Jaden Daniels. Like, those guys are so good, they're going to minimize it, but they have been getting pressure. And so it was only a matter of time, and when the matchups are right and the matchups are good, and yes, it was Justin Herbert, and he's really good too, and he actually got out of a whole bunch of them. But their offensive line was banged up. When that's the matchup, the Giants are going to win, and they're going to win consistently. And it's going to be Brian Burns, it's going to be Abdul Carter, it's going to be Kayvon Thibodeau, it's going to be Dexter Lawrence, and they're going to, you know, beat up on opposing quarterbacks. And we should send a thank you note to Jim Harbaugh and company. Like, when they're in that situation, they should have just ran the ball every play. every time they went back to pass, you knew they had no chance. And I think you have that with this group. You have that potential when the matchups are in their favor. You're going to see them dominate games. And Brian Burns, by the way, let's give him credit.
He's unbelievable.
He's
all
playing
pro. Yeah.
the best he's played. All pro type level, like stuff we're seeing from him. He's all over the place. And on top of that, he made some big plays late in that game when they needed it.
And that's what he was brought here to do, let's face it. It's good to see.
He get paid a lot of money.
And they're paying him a lot of money as well. Let me flip back over to the offense. Obviously, the neighbor's injury crushing. Wandale has had a real good start to the season. Who else now steps up on this offense? Does this mean more targets for Theo Johnson? Get him incorporated a little bit more? You can't replace neighbors with one human being, but how do you go about trying to at least get this pass game still on the road to where you want it to be?
Yeah, let's talk about the wide receiver part of it first. So Darius Slayton moves into that number one type, like outside role, right? Because Wandale Robinson's a slot receiver, so his role doesn't really change. Now maybe both their targets go up. Jalen Hyatt and Bo Collins, an undrafted rookie, I expect to kind of split that other wide receiver role. Bo Collins is bigger and more physical. You can use him in the run game. So I think there's going to be almost like a 50-50 split between those two. And we saw it last week already. I mean, I know it was like 4 catches for 30 yards, but the thing with Theo Johnson, and he was going to get more balls anyway, but now I think that's going to increase as well, like you said, and he's going to become a bigger factor in his offense. With Russell Wilson, we know what he is. He doesn't throw to the tight end. The middle of the field is not his strength. He can't get the ball there. He's too small. Like Jackson Dart, they're going to use the tight end more. They were going to use the tight end more with or without Malik Neighbors. But the reality is you can't replace Malik Neighbors. The Giants aren't going to make a big trade. They're not really in position to give up assets. They're not really in position money-wise. And on top of that, they want to see what they have. And then, like, next week, if they decide they need, like, an Isaiah Hodgins type to add to the mix, I think that's a move that they make. He's on the practice squad in Pittsburgh. A guy definitely to keep an eye on there.
Jordan Renan with us here, ESPN New York. So, offensive line. So, I want you to give me the overview of where we are with Andrew Thomas, because when he's there, it's just a very different offensive line. But how much easier is it for an offensive line when a guy like Jackson Dart, who is so athletic and it kind of keeps the defense on their heels, rather than a guy like Russell Wilson who drops back, sits there? Will the offensive line appear much better because of the way Dart plays football?
Well, it depends on how you look at it, because if you just look at sheer numbers, like, well, they give up 6 sacks, right? But that's a lot of that is Jackson Dart holding on to the ball, running around, like moving. But he gives them, yes, he makes them look better. And so they didn't gain a lot of yards, right? He threw for 111 yards in the game. Their offense as a whole it wasn't like a 500-yard game. But what it does do, and his legs do, and his ability to make plays on the run and off script, is it wasn't like 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Okay, we got a good drive, 3 and out. Really grinding. Like every drive at least has a first down or two. So I think it gives them more rhythm, and ability for him to escape and get out of plays where, hey, they didn't get a great block, they missed a block. Now, hey, look, Jackson Dart still made something of it. Like what was it? It was the 4th down. Like Jackson Dart made a play. Wandale Robinson probably should have caught the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a play where he was under pressure, but Jackson Dart's able to make a play. So he gives them hope in that he can cover up their mistakes to a degree that Russell Wilson good, and even Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones was like a straight line kind of guy. He wasn't like, I'm going to evade rushers kind of guy.
What about the hamstring? Are we in the free and clear with that, or is there any sort of lingering concern?
I think it's something to keep an eye on, but he practiced in full this week, so I don't think it's anything major. Nothing that's going to keep him from playing. But again, to me, it's just a sign of he had a hamstring injury and checked for a concussion in his first career start. By the way, in his last time he was on the field, he'd get checked for a concussion too, right, in the preseason. So you got to at least limit the hits.
And they got the win, though, so there's the trifecta. You got the hat trick, right? The hamstring, the concussion check, and he got the victory, which is the most important thing.
Yes, but he needs to stay on the field.
Agreed. Yeah, he sure does. All right, last one. We'll let you go, and thanks as always, Jordan. What's going to happen? I'm terrified of this matchup because the Saints do not look awful. They run the ball effectively. Right? Miller and Kamara are two very capable running backs, and everyone thinks the Giants are going to win this game, which makes me terrified.
Do they? Do they? Because
but Giants fans do, yes.
Okay, but
no, the number. I never seen a number change.
I
like
was just
this,
about to bring
ever.
it up. Never seen it. It was 2.5 when it opened. I haven't checked where it's at the moment.
Last I saw, the Saints were favored by 2.
That's a 4.5 point swing.
I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that.
And some people are like, well, Neighbors was ruled out. Who watched that game and thought Malik Neighbors was playing?
No, and here's the thing, too.
That's not it.
You can ask any person that lives in Vegas. A wide receiver doesn't have a 4.5 point impact on a spread.
No.
Maybe a point. Maybe the Jamar Chase, maybe a point. Maybe, Jordan. So what? So the Sharps.
I think a lot of Sharps looked
they
at
love
it
the
and said,
Saints.
hey, everyone's all hyped about the Giants because they just won a game. They're going on the road against a New Orleans team that played Buffalo tight. I'm with you. If I'm a Giant fan, I'm very nervous about this game right here, and that it's going to be like a 13-9 game.
Great.
And
Sounds like a thriller.
anyone can win that game.
Jordan, did you give a prediction on the game? A 13-9 win or loss?
Do I have to?
Yeah.
They haven't had a lead yet this season, right?
I'm going to give them a win now. No,
you think they're going to win?
I think, I do. I think the Giants. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot tighter than people like Giants fans think they should win this game. I agree with you, but I think it's going to be a tough game.
It's going to be a tough game. All right,
Yankees in 5. That's my prediction.
You think so?
5.
Nah,
Wow.
I don't know. It's probably aggressive. I'm still very nervous. Like watching that game is super conflicting to me. Even last night, great game, right? Giancarlo Stanton doesn't run the second base.
Do you understand how crushed he would get if the Yankees lost?
Oh, Stanton? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was ridiculous. Ben Rice drops a pop-up. Jazz is throwing balls into they're swinging at the first pitch all the time. Like, I'm very conflicted. I'm like, I don't want to. It's the weirdest feeling. I don't want to get too attached to this team, but I'm jumping up and down. Oh, Dave, you'll like this. I'll leave you with this.
Yeah. But by the way,
Last
Jordan is like, you've moved in.
Last one.
No, really, Dan.
No,
Jordan has moved in. He's
I
like
know.
a house guest. You're like, listen, you can spend the
You'll
weekend.
like
and
this,
we're 2.5
though.
weeks later. He's like, so I got one more,
No,
guys.
no.
Let me tell you.
It's gonna be
poor Rich Samini.
It's going to be
just
super
waiting.
quick.
And Rich was
I'm
so
watching
eager to
the
come
game.
on today,
Let me
too.
just
He's
get
gonna have no time.
Let me tell the story real quick. It'll be 10 seconds.
Go ahead.
I'm watching game 2. I'm jumping up and down. Jazz is scoring, and Brody's in the room with me. And I'm like, yeah, Brody, go Yankees. And he runs out of the room and goes, slam dunk, and leaves.
He's a massive sports fan, that kid, isn't he? Massive.
Huge.
All right,
Loves it.
it's DiPietro, Rothenberg, and Renan. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon, bud.
Bye, guys.
See you, Jordan.
There you go. He moved in.
Now, for those that aren't usual members of the program, Brody is whom?
His son.
Okay. Got to clarify those things.
You're right. He should.
But like you said, when you move in, you're on a first name basis, and everybody just expects that. All right, here you go. Everybody knows who's on the team. Yeah.
I mean, you talk about a guy feeling comfortable.
Oh yeah.
On a show.
It was like you two were doing the show, and I was just the roommate in the corner smoking pot or something like that, just completely out of it.
You're like Eddie on Friends.
I never watched Friends.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't a big Friends guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I find that
I don't think I've watched a Friends episode from start to finish.
Oh, it's a really
I've
good
dropped
show.
in here and there, you know.
So RJ, well, he just said Rich is there, so let's not make Rich wait. I'll ask my question on the other side. Let's bring him in. He knows his place. We love him on the show, but he's not ready to move in. He's we adore him though, and I apologize again for last week, my nastiness, and that is Rich Seamini. Good morning, Rich. How you doing?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, all forgotten, Dave.
Okay. You know how I feel about you,
good.
right?
Good to hear.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
mean to
we're
Rich
good.
last
We're
week.
good.
Rich didn't even mention these hostilities yesterday, Dave, when I was talking to him. He didn't say that you and he were on bad terms.
We're not. We're not.
Or that you were
I was
nasty
just
to him. Let's
perplexed.
put it that way.
I was just perplexed. All right. Yeah. So Rich, I mean, Monday night, how quickly do you turn the page if you're the Jets? And if you turn the page, you can't forget about all the awful football and the mistakes you're making, right? Like, you need to turn the page as far as a mindset, but you can't lose sight of the fact that this is just, it's not acceptable. 13 penalties, 3 turnovers, fumbling on the 1-yard line. I mean, Aaron Glenn needs a change, and quite frankly, he needs a change immediately for this team.
Yeah, there were so many physical errors and so many mental errors in that game. You know, just the penalties alone, 6 of them were pre-snap. And that's just, you know, I know it's maddening for the fans. It's maddening for the coaches and players. And I had 9 penalties on offense. which was actually tied for the second most by the Jets in 25 years in a game. So there were a lot of futility marks that went down in that game, and they have, it's a short week, so they really didn't even practice on Wednesday. It was just a walkthrough and then back on the field yesterday. So they're trying to flush it out. You saw a video maybe of Aaron Glenn wearing a boxing glove yesterday out on the practice field during a ball security drill, trying to punch the ball out, just to shore up their ball security. But, yeah, that was a comedy of errors on Monday night.
Yeah, the Rams were probably watching Jets tape. You could see they tried to mimic some of the things the Jets did in that game last night, fumbling at the 1-yard line, things like that, Rich, but they didn't win a game either. Defensively, I think we could all agree that that's probably been the biggest concern the first 4 weeks of the season. We thought that would be the stronger of the two units, at least early on. Do you see any encouraging signs that maybe they're close to figuring this thing out?
I wish I could say I do, but yeah, you're right. I mean, the defense is just giving up points like they haven't given up since probably Salah's first year in 2021. And that's unfortunate. But, I mean, no, because Jermaine Johnson is not going to play this week. I thought at the beginning of the week there was a chance, but apparently he needs another week with that ankle. We know Quincy Williams is on IR, so that's two really good players that you're not going to have. Their nickelback is out this week, Michael Carter. Now, it'll be interesting there because Jarvis Brownlee will make his Jets debut, and I'm pretty sure they're going to use him in the nickel in the slot. So that, I think he's a pretty good player. I think he'll help their tackling issues. He's a very physical tackler, a good tackler, so they need guys like that for sure. So I don't see – and the Cowboys are scoring points, a lot of points. Dak Prescott is playing as well as any quarterback in the league right now. Now, obviously, CeeDee Lamb's out, but look at what George Pickens is doing. He's got some really good chemistry going with Prescott. And so the Cowboys can score, and the Jets are giving up points, so that's not a good combo.
Right. That's not a good combo, but the Cowboys' defense, Rich, is – I mean, to say bad would be an embarrassment to the word bad. It's like legendarily awful. The Giants with Russell Wilson up and down the field. The Packers scored, 40 points. I mean, they can't stop anybody. If it's ever going to work offensively, wouldn't you figure that this is going to be the week that Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall figure it out and put up a lot of points against this Cowboys defense?
Yeah, I think they can. And likely will. Now, the crazy thing about Monday night, the Jets had 400 yards offense.
They ran for 200 yards, Rich.
Yeah, I think I saw some stat this week. It was like, what are the odds of – I think they had a quarterback rating over 100. They ran for 200 yards. I think the odds of losing a game when you put up those numbers are like 1%. And of course, it happened because of the turnovers. And, yeah, I mean – but look at that first drive. I think that was very impressive until the Braylon Allen fumble. And so they can move the ball. The Jets are moving the ball, and Justin Fields running around, did a great job with that. They threw the ball efficiently. Now, granted, it was kind of in a catch-up mode, so maybe the Dolphins were softening their zones a little bit. But, yeah, I think the Jets should be able to – they can play ball control against the Cowboys defense.
Penalties have become a huge, huge problem all season long. I mean, you're assessed over 100 yards in penalties. I mean, Bill Parcells always used to say, Rich, that's basically 7 points on the scoreboard, on top of all the other miscues that you have over the course of a football game. Sauce Gardner afterwards on Monday night, I thought it was interesting. He said, we're almost getting flagged because of who we are as a losing program. Do you think there's any merit to that? Because there's a couple of calls that the Jets don't get that, if it was any other team, that a flag would be coming. Like, when a player, like Ruckert the other night is down on the ground and getting up after he was tackled and some guy comes and spears him from the back, no flag. Fields gets thrown down while he's on the white on the sidelines, nothing. Remember, Fields had that sliding play against Buffalo when he got hit and no flag on the quarterback. So do you think there's some merit to that?
Yeah, I thought it was a poorly officiated game the other night. As for Sauce's comments, I mean, are the Dolphins a winning program? I mean, were they getting the calls because of, they're so, great and have a reputation? I just think it was a poorly efficient game the other night. Now, speaking in general, big picture, I think there might be some credence to what Sauce says. Look, if it's Josh Allen back there, like on the Michael Clemens play in week 1, with the roughing, Josh Allen's always going to get that call because he's Josh Allen. He's the MVP of the league. So maybe there's a small truth to what Sauce Gardner is saying. I think Aaron Glenn said it best, the other day. He kind of agreed. He didn't want to criticize Sauce, but he basically said, we have to earn those calls. And so in a sense, he was kind of agreeing with that premise that, they have to earn those calls and be in better position and so forth. I think that was the emphasis behind the scenes this week. I don't think Aaron Glenn likes players going out, complaining. It comes off as sour grapes, sore loser kind of stuff. But I think behind the scenes, he was addressing it to try to take advantage of those situations.
All right, Rich, before we let you go, is this win one for Aaron Glenn this week?
Well, I thought last week was win one, if you recall. But, I do think they're going to win. And the thing we haven't talked about yet, Dallas's offensive line is very beat up. Guyton, the two Tylers, haven't been practicing all week. And so it kind of reminds me of the Tampa game, with I think 3/5 of their offensive line was out in that game. Not that it helped the Jets win the game, but they did get a zillion holding calls in their favor in that game. So you know what? I'm going to pick the Jets again this week. Coming home, although I think it'll be a large Cowboy contingent there, but nevertheless, it's their home field. You mentioned the Dallas defense is worse shape than the Jets, and I do think the Jets can figure out some stuff on offense, shorten the game, get a couple of long drives to keep Dak Prescott on the sideline. They do not want to get in a shootout with this team. The Jets are not built that way, but I do think, no Jet coach has ever gone 0-5 in year one, and which is hard to believe because they've had some pretty bad coaches over the years. Adam Gase did not do that, by the way. He went 0-4. But so I do think Aaron Glenn will get his first win against the Cowboys.
Kotite was 1-2 for crying out loud, Rich. He got a win in Game 3 against the expansion
I know,
Jaguars.
Should have given him a contract extension after that start. But yeah, Kotite had plenty of long losing streaks right after that. But yeah, it's hard to believe with all the crummy coaches the Jets have had over the years, going way back to Lou Holtz, who was also 0-4. I don't think Aaron Glenn wants to separate himself and be 0-5. And I do think. And interestingly, Brian Schottenheimer comes back, former Jets OC. He held that position for 6 years, which is kind of mind-boggling when you think about all the musical chairs they've been playing at that position over the last decade or so. So he's a good guy, and I think he'll be a good coach. But right now, I think his team is just pretty banged up, and I do think the Jets are ripe for a victory.
And I just want to direct everybody that's looking for a glass half full type of reading assignment to Rich's article on ESPN.com about, you listed some of the best coaches we've ever had in the sport, Hall of Fame coaches who their first years, they were horrible and they got off to horrible starts, and yet were able to turn things around. So there's at least that perspective you could look at.
Yeah, that's interesting because, and the reason that was actually, I didn't know, well, that's Tony Dungy pointed that out to me because Aaron Glenn mentioned Dungy's name in his press conference on Wednesday as a guy that he has talked to. Dungy, of course, started 0-5 with Tampa Bay in 1996. And so I said, let me give Tony Dungy a call. And I called him. I spoke to him on Wednesday. And he mentioned those coaches like Walsh, Knoll, Jimmy Johnson, and Joe Gibbs, all horrible starts.
How about Parcells? Parcells was 3-12-1
Parcells had a really bad.
Parcells almost got fired after his first year.
He was. What was it? 3-12-1.
3-12-1. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Parcells almost got canned, and so I think he passed that along to Aaron Glenn and said, "Look, if all those coaches, he didn't mention Parcells, but he said about all those other guys, if they had changed their ways and tried to be different and didn't stick to their beliefs, that was about 12 Super Bowls that wouldn't have happened." So I think that was the point he was trying to make to Aaron Glenn. And so I'm not saying that he's going to turn out to be Joe Gibbs or anything like that, but I think Glenn appreciated that. He and Dungy have kind of known each other over the years, and I think he appreciated Tony reaching out.
All right, speaking of appreciating, we appreciate you, and I'm thrilled that we had you on today, and it made a great deal of sense, and we will do it again next Friday. Thanks, Rich.
All right, guys, have a good day.
Thanks,
Take
Rich.
care.
There you go. That's the great Rich Seamini. Also, you're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York. RJ?
You're saying goodbye to Rich.
Oh, you saying goodbye to Rich. Okay.
Saying adios to Rich. I was on that subject, though. I told Ray this earlier, being the cowboy aficionado that he is.
Mm-hmm.
When I was out at the complex yesterday, and I was just, popping around and, making my rounds in the locker room talking to certain guys. I kid you not. Like, we know how bad the Dallas defense is, and statistically they're as bad as anybody in the NFL this year.
Just the eye test, it's awful.
Dave, I kid you not. Unsolicited. Do you know how many guys on that team were heaping praise on the Dallas defense?
Because
saying,
that's what they do.
Watch
It's a trap. But
watch the film.
Watch.
No, I didn't even say, no, but you have to understand, like, I didn't broach it like, boy, you guys, that Dallas defense, boy, they stink. I didn't even, it was just a general, it was
so they
brought
just walked
up out
to you
of
like,
nowhere.
Dan, that Dallas defense they're not bad.
Watching the film, absolutely. That's the frame of reference that they used.
Raymond, did you throw up on yourself when Rich said he thinks the Cowboys are going to lose this game?
I mean, listen, he just went down all the reasons. I mean, aside from the defense being terrible, offensive line's banged up, receivers are banged up. This is going to if they're going to win this game.
You do realize what happens though if the Cowboys lose to the Jets, right?
No, what happens?
The Jets get their first win.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's what's the show? The show is RJ, you, me, and who else?
And Rick.
Yeah. Do you understand what he will do if the Jets beat the Cowboys?
I mean, I prefer not to think about it.
Yeah,
but
you need to win this game for your own sanity.
I'm not going to go on these airwaves and say that this is a game that I feel comfortable about. Dallas could easily lose this game. Rich is not wrong in anything that he said. Everything that he said about this matchup is valid. And I keep thinking about the last time the Cowboys faced a 0-4 Jets team at MetLife.
By the way, was that 8 years ago?
19.
Yeah, 19. So
that's
7
6.
years.
6 years ago.
Yeah, 6.
6 years ago.
So yeah. And it was Sam Darnold just raining touchdowns on us.
I remember that game.
And you had a 2-point conversion to tie the game with basically no time left.
I was so mad about that game.
And Jamal Adams came right up the A-gap and got in Dak's face.
Because that was a game that they were not ready to play. They were not ready.
Well, for your sake, I hope your Cowboys find a way this week. And for Rick's sake, I hope the Jets find.
Jets wearing black Sunday, Ray. Does that do anything for you?
I've known about this for a while. Actually, they're going to wear all black, and the Cowboys are going to wear all white. Like the color rush uniform.
It's like a cookie.
Basically, it's the black and white cookie. There you go. Or an Oreo.
And it's going to be 85 degrees, so the team wearing black is probably a disadvantage.
Yeah, the team wearing black is going to be in great physical shape in this game on Sunday. RJ, you still talking to Rich?
No, he's gone.
Great. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, you're not good.
I'm great.
Imagine if he was still talking to Rich, though. Like, what direction would that conversation have had to go for the 5 minutes post?
When you say goodbye, is there like any chit chat? You're like, all right, Rich, thanks so much. Bye bye.
Well, the Jets are going to London, but he is not. So we were talking about his availability for next week.
Oh, he's
not
going to
London?
London?
9:30 next Sunday morning.
Yes.
So the Jets and Giants do not play at the same time.
Right.
That's nice.
The Jets are flying out Monday night, though. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, that's smart.
Got to get acclimated.
Yeah. And in the past, and correlation, be that as it may, they always flew out Thursday night. Like,
Who
like
are they
a few
playing?
days. They're playing Denver.
All right, that's not an easy game by any stretch.
No, of course not.
No.
Europe or
RJ?
North America.
Hi.
How you doing?
Great.
There you go. I mean, is it as annoying as I can be?
You're not annoying.
No, but I can be. And there's people in their cars and listening and watching on YouTube. They're like, oh, God, he can be so annoying. Is there anything I could do today that would take away your mood of great?
Nope.
No, right? I can't, right?
I don't think there's anything anyone can do.
Feet haven't touched the ground yet, right?
They won't all day. Maybe all weekend.
It's amazing.
So today, some would say they don't. Anyway.
Well, they have to.
So today.
Gravity.
Today is the day that I should really go after you.
I mean, you just did.
It's like a get-out-of-jail-free card, right?
I don't think so. I mean, listen, I don't know if you have to pick on me today, but if your heart desires, then yeah, sure, go ahead.
Oh, don't do that. I don't want to pick on you. I'm just saying.
Well, you're setting yourself up for it.
It feels like he's got something he wants to unleash.
Right.
I don't have anything. I'm just thinking, like, if I do have anything, today would be the day to bust it out because you really can't be angry.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
You heard him.
I said bust it out. I can't say bust it out.
You busted it out.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, I'd prefer.
As long as you put it back.
There's certain words I can't say.
Yeah, just put it back where you found it.
Okay.
You can say whatever you want once.
Yep.
Well, okay. All right. RJ?
Yeah.
Are you ready to take us around the league?
I am.
Let's go.
It's time to go around the league.
Well, the Niners won. That started week 5. Sorry, Rams.
I'm out of Survivor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I tried not to jump into the group chat after. I made fun of Stafford. Tell me what you think. I think John may have maybe, I don't know if he heard it or if he was just confirming.
Eddie Pinheiro is making 59-yard field goals, RJ.
We can't have this.
I mean,
smashed
they have to change.
That was also in our pre-show letter between myself and RJ.
Did you hear Vic Fangio
Yeah,
this
he's
week?
right. Right, this is going to be the off-season talking point in the NFL next year.
It's going to change.
The kicking is ridiculous. Eddie Pinheiro is like 5'3", $135 soaking wet, and he's drilling 59-yard field goals.
I just love that Fangio's talking about Brandon Aubrey like he's Lord Voldemort, like he's he who shall not be named.
Well, we were talking about the different rules with the kicking balls, but could the K balls really be the reason people are just lacing 60-yarders now?
I don't know.
Kickers are athletes now.
And then you get the what's it? Cardi, is that his name? The kicker for the Rams.
And he couldn't make anything.
Yeah, that was tough for him.
So he's having a terrible night. Not only that, so he bombs one through the end zone, so they start at the 35. Then in overtime, he comes up way short, so they start at the 40. Like, you can't give away field position.
Not in
like
the
that.
kicking zone.
So now if you start at the 40 and a guy can kick easily a 60-yard field goal, how much yardage do they really need?
Hey, Dave, you know who the Rams special teams coach is?
Is it Fossil?
No, he's in Tennessee now. God bless him.
That's going great.
Former Giant.
I don't know.
Chase Blackburn.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yes. An Akron
That's a
zip.
nugget.
Yeah, he's
that?
a zipper.
Good
That's
call.
a nugget.
So, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Well, I was making fun of Stafford yesterday because John was saying in overtime teams like to take the ball second, but I was making fun of Stafford because he deferred. But in order to defer, you have to defer to a second half. What was he deferring to? That's why
guys don't understand the overtime rules.
The verbiage.
They don't understand the overtime rules.
Well, you just anyway.
That was all. So I lost in our work survivor. I'm out of that, and then I had 6 left in the one my family does. 2 of them done. So now we're down to 4.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
Yeah.
So you used 2 of them on the Rams.
2 of them on the Rams.
Jeez.
Yep.
Alrighty,
I
so-
used mine and Alex used his. Yep.
So we were talking Europe before. So 9:30, Vikings are still in London. They lost to the Steelers last week. They stayed over there, had to sit in the mess of a loss. Browns are their opponent this week. They're turning into Dylan Gabriel, going to try and jumpstart that offense. Second lowest scoring offense in the league. Dylan Gabriel, first quarterback to make his first professional start in an international game. Browns have scored 17 or fewer points in 9 straight games. Vikings O-line all beat up. They're favored by 3.5.
This should, sorry to interrupt you. This should be a thriller. I can't think of a much less attractive game over there in Europe, but we'll all be up like fools. And
This was always like the one. Remember, like back when the whole like stream thing began, like the free Yahoo stream. Remember they did that once. It was Jaguars, somebody, Titans or something.
And listen, the Vikings are not a bad football team, but and the Browns had that shocking win over the Packers. But overall, I mean. I guess the question is, can Carson Wentz with Jefferson and Addison, because you have to figure the Browns are not going to score a lot of points, but can the Vikings, score points against that? I think it's fair to say elite Browns defense. To me, that's the question.
Let me ask you this: do you think, like in a private moment, late night at the facility, all the Chinese takeout has been eaten already? It's just empty cartons all over the office. It's 11:45. Yeah, they've put in a 14-hour day already. Do you think like Kevin O'Connell and some of his assistants or whatever, and like just in a private moment, have ever expressed yet, boy, we should have never let Sam Darnold go?
Yeah, we talked about. Didn't we talk about that yesterday?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think we talked Vikings at all yesterday.
Absolutely, I think that. All right, RJ, continue along.
Sunday, 1 o'clock, undefeated Eagles host the 2-2 Broncos. Eagles probably need to get A.J. Brown going, otherwise you're going to have more.
He's going to have a nervous meltdown. They'll go 17-0, and the guy will be whining on
the
sideline.
Yeah, more Bible verses. Had 2 catches for 7 yards and 9 targets last week. He's been held under 28 yards in 3 of 4 games. Unsurprisingly, Eagles have the 31st ranked passing offense in the league. Broncos feels like they've underachieved. They're getting 2.5 in film.
This feels to me, Dan, like the Eagles are playing with fire, and they should have lost the Rams game. They were not great in the Cowboys game. The Bucs game got way close late. I don't feel like, I know they're undefeated, and I know they'll probably win, after that on Thursday night against the Giants, but I just don't think this Eagles team is great. You'd probably even still have to say they're the best team in the NFL, but it doesn't feel like they're playing great football to me right now.
Their defense is really, really, really good.
Really good.
And that's the thing that sets them apart, because like I was talking to a buddy of mine this week who's an Eagles fan. And I said, does this give you, like, vibes from 2 years ago and you're going to lose to Zach Wilson and then your season's going to kind of go south after that?
I think they're better than that team, but I think it's a fair conversation to have. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Broncos picked them off this week.
Texans-Ravens, surprising matchup of 1 and 3 teams. Lamar Jackson doesn't sound like he's playing. This sounds week to week. This doesn't sound like will he play this week. This sounds like a week to week, maybe even longer injury. Ravens are 3-0 against C.J. Stroud. They've held him to an average of 7 points per game, but that's not this Ravens defense. So on the injury report for Baltimore, Kyle Hamilton, Roquan Smith, Marlon Humphrey, all in question whether they're going to play this week. Ravens have allowed 35 points in 3 of their 4 games this year. Texans favored by 2.5 in Baltimore.
That's wild to think. So that's obviously assuming that Lamar is not going to play in this game. Cooper Rush, Raymond's old friend, would get the start.
Not
that
nearly
Texans
as
defense
mobile.
is really good. It's really, really good. The question is, can they put up enough points to win that game? I would assume that they probably can. But Dan, there's a pretty decent chance we're living in a world where the Ravens are 1-4 after this week.
And we're living in a world where there's questions. Boy, do you think we were maybe premature to anoint C.J. Stroud a couple of years ago? Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was basically because, well, he's a lot better than Bryce Young, but that ain't saying a hell of a lot.
Not much at all. Colts 3-1. They host the 1-3 Raiders. Ashton Genty broke out last week, ran for $138. Raiders lost, so they paid a toll for that. They lost their left tackle Colton Miller to a high ankle sprain against the Bears. Indianapolis 4th in the league in scoring. Tyler Warren leads all tight ends, not rookie tight ends, all tight ends in receiving yards right now. Colts laying 6.5.
RJ, who was the most bullish on Tyler Warren of anyone you knew?
You're a big fan.
I told you that last year. I watched that game against USC where he had like 22 catches or whatever it was, and it was shocking how wonderful he was. They have a good offense there. I know people laugh about Daniel Jones leading that offense, but that offense it's talented with Taylor and Warren and Pittman and the offensive line. So I think they'll go to 4-1. You know, they couldn't get by the Rams last week, but I think they'll go to 4-1. And I think they'll probably easily beat the Raiders.
What are your emotions with the Daniel Jones?
I don't
the
care.
way he's playing.
Because it's not like if Daniel Jones was here, it would work.
No, but see,
bother
like,
me at all.
let me ask you. I mean, I know it's 4 games. Okay, it's only 4 games.
Like I don't have an animosity towards Daniel
No, I understand, but and you're going to probably use it more as like an indictment on the team you root for in the organization. Like, why does this keep happening? Like, guys leave the Giants and then they go on and have all this incredible success. Even like the #1 whipping boy, this quarterback. But like half a season, 3/4 of the season, like if he's still playing top-notch football, like right now, if you're giving out like a quarter poll, like MVP, he's probably in the top 3. Like that's how good he's been.
He's been phenomenal. They barely punt. He's been phenomenal. See, the thing is, him going to a team that's irrelevant to me, I wish him success. I don't hate Daniel Jones. The only reason I root against Saquon Barkley is because he went to the Eagles. If Saquon went to Houston or you name the team, I'd root for him. So I have no animosity at all for Daniel Jones.
That's nice of you. By the way, you can watch us on YouTube, ESPN New York. Subscribe
Hello.
now. Subscribe right now. Do it right now. Stop everything you're doing. Dolphins and Panthers. This should be a real hoot of a game. Both teams are 1-3. Miami favored by 1.5 on the road. The one thing I will ask, we saw Miami up close and personal when they played the Jets on the Couchcast on Monday. Bryce Young. Feels like for any momentum he had built up at the end of last year, even though Carolina was already out, he was playing pretty good football. Feels like that's going back down the other side of the mountain these days. So it feels like Carolina is moving further from the goal line.
Bryce Young, I believe, okay, you can check the numbers. He's got 7 career victories. What is this, his 3rd year in the NFL?
Yes. Well, he did lose his job for a bit.
Right.
Yes.
But I think he's like 7-25 as a starter or something like
You're
that.
You're saying that's bad.
That's not good.
I see.
3 or 4
sounds like
of the
Hubbard is not going to play in this game for the Panthers.
I think
which means that Rico Dowdle would get the nod at running back.
3 or 4 of the wins, Bryce Young, I go back to him against the Atlanta Falcons.
Way to stick with that set. I mean, Dave got all
Dave
up in
just
there.
jumped right in the middle of it. Yeah,
you fought through
like
it.
I'm not giving. Yeah, it's like I would just give you his record as a starting quarterback. We know he sucks. We know the team sucks.
How would I know there was more?
That's way to stay with it, though.
Am I a mind reader? How would I know?
No, but like, why would I present that though?
Well, because I think that's by its own right. That's a pretty interesting.
We know he's
stat
not
that
good.
He's 7-25.
By the way, like start clearing your calendar. Okay.
Clear it.
3 weeks from Sunday, MetLife Stadium, Jets, Panthers. Wow.
That's a big one.
Okay.
That's a big one.
Wow.
Is that like 6 o'clock in the morning? When
No.
in that game?
No.
There are 6 a.m.
That's actually they're going to show it on tape delay.
That's going to be on Tubi.
Channel 11 at 11 o'clock.
Don't give the NFL any ideas. There could be a 6 a.m. package, a Hawaiian package.
Oh, dear God.
4 o'clock window, Bucks visit the Seahawks. So get this. So the Bucks have surrendered touchdowns on their first defensive possession. 3 of the 4 games. They've only scored on
By the way, Hubbard not playing is noteworthy. You guys just you laughed it off for me interrupting. It's worthy of a moment of discussion.
I'm not sure we've ever slammed the car in reverse and around the league and gone back to Panthers.
Now you have.
Now we're going back to Panthers.
I'll tell you what. You shut your mouth, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, no.
You're not allowed to get angry today.
Yeah, the Rams lost.
You need to take it, and you need to smile as you take it.
That fourth down play from McVay, that was really good. Right into nobody. Into just a massive
I still can't get over the 1-yard line fumble just because it's like I'm reliving Monday night all over.
Well, how about they come out in this formation? The Niners take a timeout. They come out in the exact same formation. Like with a non-really physical running back, we're going to run the football.
Yeah, but that happens all the time.
Yeah,
Teams feel good about what they call.
Did you see the things online, by the way, people are posting, like, this is the play Sean McVay came up with, and it was like the basic Tecmo Bowl, like, run-off tackle.
You got the run 1, run 2.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like
Sorry, RJ. Get back on track.
That's like one of those like NFL Films moments if you were mic'd up, like, listen, boys, we're going to do what we do. And then I want to hear the after.
He was hard on himself. Do we have the audio? Like, McVay was like...
Now we're completely off the rails.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no, I can get it for you. We'll play it in stuff you missed.
Yeah, Bucks and Seahawks you were at.
Yeah, he took all the blame.
Thanks.
Perhaps rightfully so.
Wonderful.
Anyway, so the Bucks have given up touchdowns on 3 of their 4 first defensive possessions, but they've only scored on their first offensive possession 1 time. That's a big reason why they're always behind in these games. All their games have been decided by 1 score or less. Seattle favored by 3.5 at home.
It sounds like Bucky Irving is not going to play in this game.
He's banged up, yeah.
You know what is going to happen in this game? Retro uniforms for both teams.
Oh, really?
Bucks are wearing the white version of the creamsicles, and the Seahawks are wearing their throwback uniforms.
1976.
Is that like fluorescent green stuff that they wore?
No, it's not fluorescent green. No, like from
the original.
The originals, like the Kingdom days.
Are they wearing the different helmets, too?
Yes.
The silver
I love those.
That's what I mean. So they'll be in the blues and then
the
white for Tampa.
They're both doing the 50th anniversary, so it makes sense.
Hope everyone goes home disappointed.
I think the Seahawks are quietly a pretty good football team.
Yeah.
I know you hate them, RJ, but I was talking to Dan. Dan,
okay.
I think the Seahawks are quietly a pretty good football team.
No, I think they are too. I thought they were headed there last year, and then they kind of sputtered a little bit down the stretch. But no, I like what they're doing, and I mean, I'll root for Sam, any day of the week. So I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, I mean, look at the record. I mean, you're right. They're 3-1. Who'd they lose to?
Wow.
Did they lose?
Yeah, they're 3-1.
Oh, really?
By the way,
you're swinging it today, aren't you?
You know what? That's well done, Bravo.
Dave, we haven't even brought it up yet. Seriously, like Mac Jones, like enough. Enough with the theatrics.
I like that he come back to
I thought the guy we almost lost him during the game last night.
He's doing it on one leg, Dan.
But then he's like running off the field. Like I mean, when they're in commercial,
Dan,
you
he
don't
was
see
vomiting.
the fact.
He was regurgitating on the sideline.
I thought we were going to get Adrian Martinez yesterday.
I
thought it was happening.
He's like a pirate on one leg. Leave him alone. The Titans are 4. They're in Arizona. Played 2-2 Cardinals. Cards favored by 7.5. Cam Ward's been sacked 17 times, which leads the league. Not good. Cardinals rank 5th in pass rush win rate this season, so this doesn't line up great for Tennessee to get their first win of the year.
Yeah, another injury at running back is Trey Benson. Sounds like he's
4 to 6
quite
weeks.
A bit of time.
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks. DeMarcado's the guy there now.
DeMarcado, and it sounds like our old friend Michael Carter will get some run as well.
Yep.
If you're Arizona and you have any hopes of doing anything this year, you better win this football game.
Gee, you think?
Yes.
Yeah. Commanders and Chargers, Jaden Daniels cleared with that knee injury. He's back. So after a game where Justin Herbert hit 13 times by the Giants, sacked twice, Chargers could actually be without 2 more linemen. So we know they're down with Rashawn Slater. Joe Alt left that game. He's doubtful with the ankle. And then Mekhi Becton has a concussion. He didn't play last week, and he's still not cleared. Chargers still, however, at home favored by 2.5.
Yeah, and it sounds like McLaurin is not going to play. I actually think he's been ruled out already for this game. Daniels will play. That's the massive return. But I don't know. I kind of like the Chargers in this game. They're home. And I think if you lose your offensive lineman during a game, it's crushing.
Yeah, tough
when
to
you
pivot.
have the week to prepare knowing you're not going to have these guys. I think, and especially a guy like Harbaugh, I think that becomes a little bit easier.
And you could scheme it up a little bit easier, too. You have more days, yeah, for
Absolutely. Lions and Cincy to play the Bengals. Lions are rolling. Bengals are not. Jamar Chase seeking to avoid going 3 straight games with under 50 receiving yards. It's not a great combination to win. Speaking of Bengals, have scored 13 points in their last 2 games. It's not a really good formula for them to win. This line is surging upward.
I was told how good Jake Browning was, like immediately when Burrow got hurt.
But they'd be fine, right?
Yeah, they'd be fine.
What's the number on this game, RJ?
This game, actually, I think it just moved again.
It moved as we were speaking. It just shot up.
Well, I think it moved since I wrote my script. That's
Oh, was it 9, 9.5? What are you at?
It is currently
I got
10.5.
10.5?
10.5.
Oh my goodness!
Playing a high school team?
Well, I think we know what's going to happen. The Bengals defense is bad, so the Lions offense should have a field day, and this will probably get very ugly.
Yep, perhaps. Sunday Night Football, Bills undefeated host the Pats. Josh Allen, 45 career games with a passing and rushing touchdown in the game. Why do I tell you that? Tied with Cam Newton, most by any player in NFL history, so Josh Allen sure to break it. Buffalo favored by 7.5.
They have not played great football. I know they're undefeated, and that's awesome, but much like the Eagles, they show some flaws. But yet again, Dan, I would imagine the Bills would win and go to 5-0, and the defense is not great, but that's what they are.
Are they wearing those the tricked out rivalry uniforms, the all white things?
All white, yep.
Yeah.
It's an interesting look. I don't mind it, but it's interesting. And Monday Night Football on ESPN, Chiefs, they must be back because they're laying 3.5 on the road in Jacksonville. Jags are 3-1, so maybe we just think they stink. They enter Week 5 due to the Jags, leading the NFL in drops. They've already got 10. They're the only team with double digits so far. Chiefs' defensive front ranks 31st in run-stop win rate. Something to watch against Travis Etienne, who has been very good. Again, Chiefs laying 3.5.
Chiefs feel like getting back. What's the receiver they got back? Not Hollywood Brown.
Xavier Worthy.
Xavier Worthy. It felt like that completely changed the offense, and they were really good. Now, I don't know if they were really good because he's back or the Ravens' defense is that bad, but it felt like they kind of found things last week, didn't it?
A little bit. I do think you have to put a little on the Ravens side of things in that one because it just kind of spiraled. And when you lose guys to the extent that they did, every team is going to have, even the good ones, we're just like, it's not your day, and the things just go from bad to worse. And I think that played into the Chiefs' hands, but give them credit for taking advantage of it.
And that is the league, and we have gone around it.
You really are a star, RJ. You know that?
No, that's Eddie Pinheiro. He's a star.
Eddie Pinheiro is making 59-yard field goals.
The relief RJ's got to feel going from Moody, who could be a disaster anytime.
Eddie Pinheiro.
To something reliable.
But it's not like, isn't this Eddie Pinheiro? Maybe not. Maybe it's Cairo Santos. Who's the guy that missed the kick for the Bears a couple years back?
That was Cairo. That was Cairo.
Oh, but Eddie Pinheiro, he's not good.
No.
How dare you? He smashed that kick. And he just snuggled up against the left upright, too, in overtime.
It isn't kicking hard enough. Guys. That's why it's snuggled.
59-yard kicks from pedestrian NFL kickers.
This is
a real problem.
Dave, I once saw a kicker for the Cowboys, Brett Maher, miss 4 extra points in a playoff game. That happened. So, you know what?
Eddie Pinheiro's a weapon.
All right, well, you know what? Just continue to go with that. Continue to, in big moments.
I just can't believe this world we live in with kickers.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4.
4 extra points.
You know what else for? 4-1 Niners, first place.
It's incredible.
Nobody is more excited than RJ today.
And you know what's great? And Dave, think of it this way too. Like, think of where we are, like with the sports on the calendar. He doesn't have to worry about his football team this weekend. He could just go like all in on the Yankees, and not even have to because he's got a victory in his pocket already.
And who do you have? Who do you have next week, RJ?
The Bucks.
Oh, that's a tough.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah.
And where's that game?
In Tampa.
Oh, it's going to be hot.
And
you better leave now.
Thanks for that. Do we think that Brock Purdy plays in that game?
I don't know.
No, the reason I say that is because the last two, like the Jets and remember Philadelphia went down to Tampa on Friday to get acclimated for the heat, like they were playing in the desert.
Worked out.
It's hot.
Let's get hot in Tampa.
Let's break. Let's come back. You know what we do when we come back, Dan?
Sports.
Specifically, we do a friends.
Nice.
Yeah. 800-919-3776. Here's what I'm thinking, RJ. This is what I'm thinking, because I'm very bright. We incorporate people on the YouTube live stream in that comment section on the Friends.
You're so proud of yourself, aren't you?
Come on, tell me that's not a
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Listen, for all the missteps I have, which are all over, and Monday specifically, where the energy was lacking tremendously, tell me this is not an unbelievable idea.
It's a great idea.
Around the league, we'll do that. All the Monday normal things that we do, we go around the league. All right, great. Thanks, Ray. So the YouTube chat, the phone, 800-919-3776. But we do not start until every phone line is lit up. DNR with you, ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads on this Football Friday. Here is Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dan. Good morning, company, on this Football Friday. Let's see what's going on. We've got issues on the FDR Drive northbound stop-and-go traffic up through the 90s. Right on the ramp at 96th Street. Accident just cleared. Inbound George Washington Bridge, a 30-minute delay. Lincoln 15. Holland still 45 from 1 and 9. 78 eastbound at 287, a collision. 280 east exit 13 in Newark. A collision being cleared. Sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports, coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame, 880 ESPN New York.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step fitting process to make sure your new bed fits you perfectly. The right fit, the right price, plus free delivery. It's what they do, only at PC Richard & Son. Free delivery on mattresses $199 and up. Excludes Manhattan. See stores for details.
Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Are you ready to unleash the beast?
Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
It's time for a frenzy. A football frenzy.
You could say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough. It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
A football frenzy. Any team, any player, any question.
All right, away we go. Football frenzy time. DNR with you, ESPN New York. Phone lines all lit up. That's a good job. And I'm on the little YouTube chat here, and I see what people are asking. And now I will ask some of those questions to you, Dan. Ross and I will answer as well. You ready to go?
Sure.
All right, you know how the frenzy works, of course.
I'm well versed.
Yeah. No. Hey, how you doing? I love the show. Yankees great win. Want to get into no? You get right into your question. Let's go. Alex in Memphis, you're on the frenzy.
Hey, who's the better fantasy football pickup, Slayton or Wan'Dale Robinson?
I know you're going to find this to be strange, Dan. I think Slayton is, like, Wan'Dale may have games where he's better, but I think as far as consistency, now that he's going to be on the field as the number one, I think Slayton will wind up having a better remainder.
I think he's going to get more targets. I think that's fair.
All right, Ira, Staten Island. Ira's very unhappy with the Jets. Go ahead, Ira. You're on the frenzy.
The current regime in Florham Park, do you trust them and do you expect them to draft the quarterback next year, and do you trust them to groom one?
I definitively think they will draft the quarterback because I'm confident Fields is not the guy. Do I trust them? That's an incomplete. I have no idea if I trust them or not.
Yeah, it's 4 games. Like, I mean, we just talked about it with Rich. Think about all those great coaches who started horribly and looked like they had no clue, and they finally turned it around.
Right. You're 4 games in. Does it look good? No. It looks awful, but it's still 4 games. I'm surprised that Parcells doesn't get. Parcells was his guy, Aaron Glenn. Right? Wouldn't that be the most obvious comparison? Campbell and Parcells that both had awful starts to their NFL career?
Yeah, they did. Well, remember, though, the Lions were, god-awful for, decades.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Fact that
Giants
Campbell
weren't much better either, but they had, at least Parcells was coming off Ray Perkins where you went to the playoffs.
Right, they did in 81. The fact that Dan Campbell has taken the Lions and made them into a perennial NFL power is maybe one of the great program turnarounds in the history of football.
Remember, before the Lions won that divisional game that year, who was that against the Bucks that got them to the NFC Championship game?
Yes.
A couple of years ago?
Yes.
Remember, before
they beat
that,
the Rams, and then I think they beat the Bucks.
Or the Rams were the first one? Or whoever it was, that first playoff win. They had only won 1 playoff game in the Super Bowl era.
And who was that against?
That was against...
Ray, you have any idea who that was against?
1991.
Yep.
Dallas Cowboys.
So think about that. You talk about futility. They'd won 1 playoff game.
That was that Scott Mitchell?
That was that was Eric Kramer.
Yeah, I think it was
Eric Kramer. You're right. You're right. It was Eric Kramer, who then got paid by the Bears and then stunk.
Went through a hardship off the field too, Eric Kramer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I think he's turned it around.
Citizen Chin wants to know. Well, Jack, this is on the stream, by the way. That's right, on the YouTube stream. Oh no, it's.
Oh, you lost it.
Rolling in. I lost it. Here we go. I got it back. Where did it go now? Oh, maybe this wasn't a great idea. Here we go.
I got it. Do you need it?
No, I got it.
All right.
Will Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo survive until the bye week in Week 14 physically?
That is an obnoxiously late bye week, by the way.
It's ridiculous.
Obnoxious.
It's embarrassing that the NFL would do that.
That's December, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's supposed to work like that. What happened?
That's insane.
It's what they did to the Giants schedule-wise is cruel this year.
It really is.
It's actually cruel. No, I would say no. Now, I don't know that they're not back by then, but how you could watch Dart. Dart played 1 game, and you were holding your breath every time. He came up lame with the hamstring, and Scadaboo he doesn't appear to play a brand of football that is sustainable to me.
I agree. One of them is going to go down at some point. I don't know. I'm not going to say it's season-ending, but you would have to think, just with the style in which they've
think you're not going to have them every week for the entirety of the season.
No.
Dan, Staten Island. Dan, you're on the frenzy.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
All right, that's the end of you. Now we can't do that. The whole, hey, how you doing?
It's unfortunate.
That's just
and he took way too long, too.
He took long getting into it, and then the, hey, guys, how you doing? It was awful. It's a terrible job by him. Derek Manhattan. Derek, you're on the frenzy.
Who will be the leading receiver for the Giants this weekend?
I would say Darius Slayton. I would say Darius Slayton would be the answer. You agree with that, right?
I would probably. I'll say Wandale.
Wandale, okay. I mean, those are the only two, right? I mean,
Right.
Jalen Hyde is a rumor.
Not going to be Lionel Manuel.
No, from the University of Pacific.
Mhm.
Lionel Manuel. OTZEY. Now, I think he means CJ, but says Marcus Stroud, unless he's mocking RJ, who I think had that mistake a couple of years back. Will Stroud, he's mocking, because you know what it says,
What?
RJ? Will Stroud divil up the Ravens without Lamar?
How does he remember
Yeah, that's going back like 2 or 3 years. That's impressive.
Yeah, because he's obviously a loyal listener.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I wouldn't say that Stroud will divil up the Ravens, but I do like the Texans to go into Baltimore and beat the Ravens.
Change one letter, it becomes even funnier.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
Yeah, it does. What do you think? Who do you like in that game?
Texans Ravens. I know that they don't look the same. I still am going to throw my support behind Baltimore.
Really?
They're home.
Cooper Rush, huh? That Texans defense is really good.
I know the Texans defense is really good, but there's a lot of things that have cropped up since basically the midpoint of last season about the Texans that worry me. I know they got into the playoffs last year and they gave the Chiefs a little bit of a battle again, but I'm just a little concerned.
Dylan Faraci, what are your thoughts on Vrabel in New England so far? What do you think?
Still very early.
Very early.
Well, remember, they've lost a couple of games that they probably should have won. Like the loss to the Steelers, they outplayed them all day, but they turned the ball over 5 times, including Ramondre Stevenson, who fumbles the ball. Like that's become a thing this year.
Goal line fumbles.
Goal line fumbles. I mean, he fumbled it, I think, at least 2, maybe 3 times. So turnovers, they shot themselves in the foot. They could easily be 3-1 right now. I think he's done a good job, but
yeah, I don't think I thought their defense would be better. But the thing with that is Christian Gonzalez hasn't played.
I think he played 1 game.
Right.
You know what I
And
mean?
He might be as good a corner as there is in the NFL.
They were expected to be better. Remember, they spent a boatload of money in free agency. And think about this already, Dave. They've had 3 home games already. That's a lot.
That's right.
3 out of the first 4.
That's right. Corey Greenwich. Corey, you're on the frenzy.
Who will win the first game first? Jets or Titans?
There's the cows again. What did he say?
Jets or Titans? Who will win first?
I got to think the Jets.
Yeah,
the Titans feel like they are going to be a 1-win team.
And that's another coach who, I hope he at least has some boxes in his office getting ready to clear things out. Brian Callahan.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he sounds like he doesn't know what's happening there.
I mean, he admitted that he didn't know one of the rules earlier this season, which is not
really bad.
I mean, not looking good.
Really, really bad.
And Cam Ward has not been great, and that's the problem again. Like Cam Ward is one of these guys. He probably should not be playing.
But that's what they do now.
But that's what they do. I'm just saying,
guys into the mix right away. And I know it's the infancy stages, right? But I mean, right now, there's a lot more excitement about Jackson Dart than there is about Cam Ward.
Right. But the Titans are so bad that they're just like, the hell with it. Might as well play him.
You might as well. Well, you think about this, and then there's going to be people, well, I mean, they waited with Mahomes and Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, but for all those guys, there's guys who were thrown right into the mix, and they turned out to be really good.
But it's a weird situation because, like, you're playing the kid. He's going to have a coach that's going to be fired soon. I mean, it's only a matter of time. You know what I mean? So then it's like he's going to have to start over again next year, probably with a new staff, new system, and then what is that going to do for him?
Yeah, it's unfair to him. But you know what? Jackson Dart could be in the same boat.
Could be.
Zach Ronkonkoma. Zach, you're on the frenzy.
Will Puka Nacua end the season as the wide receiver 1?
He's amazing. Well, you got to think. So CeeDee Lamb would be up there. He's done. Right? He's not going to be.
What do you mean a wide receiver 1? I don't. What does he mean?
I guess he's talking.
I guess in the league.
Or like who do you?
He's not now.
I would say yes.
If you go in fantasy,
look at what he's on pace to do.
Yeah, targets.
I mean, how many catches did he have? He had 42 catches going into the game last night. He caught another touchdown last night. I don't know how many catches he had, but it was certainly a lot. He had like 9-10 catches last night.
People were talking about like Puka Nacua. Like, is a wide receiver going to break through and finally like win MVP?
No.
And like he could be that guy if he keeps producing at this level.
No, you're not going to get that.
But I'm saying his numbers will be outrageous if he keeps this up.
RJ's telling me 10 catches last night.
Yeah,
and a touchdown. And that was a good throw.
That's good value. That's a nice late round pick.
Yeah. What would they draft him in the 5th round? I didn't know they were talking about it on the broadcast last night. By the way, Al Michaels, his better days clearly are behind him.
You think Al's on the back 9 or on the 18th tee?
I think he's on the 18th.
Yeah.
It was not a great call. Now, maybe it'll get better, but it was not a very good call from him last night. But I didn't realize they were talking on the broadcast last night that that Nakua went to Washington. He was a 5-star out of high school, went to the University of Washington, and then transferred to BYU. Yep. Do you have any idea about that?
Everybody transfers nowadays.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Did you know that he was one of those guys?
I knew he was a transfer, yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay. So you're smart. Josh Eisenstein. Did the Niners win their division? RJ, did the Niners win that division? I would say no. I don't think they're the best team in that division.
They're taking a lot of hits.
I mean, listen, they're going to have to get some guys back. Losing Bosa, that changes the way you look at the season. But as of now, I mean, listen, they're 3-0 in the division.
I don't think they're the best team in that division, so I'll say no.
Oh, well, you're wrong.
Wow.
So you right here in front of God and everybody, you believe they win the division?
I mean, how do I not? How do I not? They're winning games with players no one's heard of.
Mike Ringo
on short weeks
on the chat. Will the Giants look to trade for wide receiver help to help Dart's development? We had Jordan on. He covers the team as closely as anybody. He said that's not going to happen.
I think it's. I don't want to say useless. Maybe that's not the right word, but realistically, what are you this year? You know what I mean? You're not going to give assets for just a guy like a pedestrian kind of possession receiver.
The only way. To me, Dan, it would make, and you can stop the frenzy, right? It would make any sort of sense as if this was a move for the future. Like if you traded for a guy who you said, we want him regardless, so we might as well add him now, that would make sense. But to make yourself better now, to me, would not.
Agree.
To me, would not.
All right. And you're not going to get a stud receiver either who's going to, you're going to bring him in, who then you're going to ask him to go through the growing pains of breaking in a young quarterback.
Right. Exactly that. So let's take a break, come back, and let's dive back into the Yankees. 800-919-3776, and then 9 o'clock hour, we'll do our picks. We'll do the Yankees. We'll get to your calls. We'll do everything. Plays of the week. This is a very quick show these Fridays. When the Yankees play, it's even
I don't know how we fit it all in, to be honest with you.
Because we're really good. That's the truth. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
There's nothing the voice in our head obsesses over like our health. But with over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help answer the questions like, why am I so tired all the time? How can I get better sleep? My friend was telling me about magnesium gummy she takes. Know if my Does my work stress affected? It's time to up my cardio. If my mom has something, how would I find out? It's time to get some blood work done. A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino. Download it.
Record numbers of residents are getting quality, affordable health insurance through Get Covered New Jersey. If you recently had a major life event such as marriage, pregnancy, or insurance loss, you may be eligible to enroll now. All health plans include preventive care, prescriptions, emergency services, and more. 9 in 10 enrolling get financial help, and many pay $10 a month or less. Find out if you qualify at getcovered.nj.gov. That's getcovered.nj.gov.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
All right, now, DNR with you, ESPN New York. I mean, we got the full football weekend. Jets looking for their first win. Giants looking to make it 2 games in a row, 2 wins in a row, which would be really remarkable. And the Yankees have moved on. Enjoy it today. Celebrate it today. Call today. Be excited today. All those things, because tomorrow, all this goodwill the Yankees have already put in their pocket, Dan, you would agree, it goes out the window, right?
Start anew. You hit the reset button.
Right.
Things move fast in the postseason.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't have time to celebrate where you are because tomorrow you got game 1, and I promise you, Yankees lose game 1 Sunday. People are not going to be like, boy, Cam Schlitler, how great was he? It's going to be, oh God, we better win game 2.
Well, that's like we were talking about RJ, right? Like, I mean, by the time you get to Monday, there's going to be one team. Or at least in the American League, because they're the American League plays 2 games this weekend.
Correct.
National League only plays 1.
Right.
So there could be an American League team who's 1 loss away from elimination.
It's possible. It's certainly possible. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah,
and I don't think it'll be the
Yankees
Yankees
can't afford to lose the first 2 games.
I think you're probably looking at a split the first 2 games.
Well, you right now, if you're a Yankees fan, you would take that.
You take the split. And I actually think
you get a split. So if you're the Yankees,
Mm-hmm.
you would assume. And who knows what the hell happens, right? But that you would lose the game 1 with Hill on the mound, win the game 2 with Fried on the mound.
I actually think the Yankees have the advantage going into game 1, even though the pitching lines up for Toronto. Yeah, because they're playing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in the motion here. Toronto's been sitting around for a week doing nothing.
Well, we'll find out, right? Well, you'll know pretty quickly. But the Yankees have to go on the road. They haven't been on the road, so I think there's something to that, right?
Remember, the Mets beat Philly game 1 last year. And Philly was sitting around doing nothing. And then Philly bounced back and won game 2 in a game that the Mets could have won but didn't.
Right. And then the Mets also won game 1 in that
LA
game set against the Brewers.
Correct. And they won game 1 against the Dodgers too, right? Didn't they in the NLCS?
I don't think so.
Well, they split the first 2 out in L.A.
I don't think they won. They won game 1?
Or did they win game 2?
I thought they won game 2, but I'd have to look that up. But this is not about the Mets. This is about the Yankees. And again, the performance last night from Schlitler.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They lost game 1 9-0.
Yeah, they got killed in game 1.
Yeah.
The performance from Schlitler was it was nothing short of remarkable is what it was. I mean, he was absolutely sensational last night. And this is a team, Dan, that's had so many great moments in the history of the organization, and that's just another one that you sprinkle in.
Absolutely. But build on it now, right?
Right.
Do it again.
But
because
could you imagine, like, I don't even know if they do this stuff anymore. You remember, like, the DVDs they used to make?
Love DVDs.
Like Giants Among Men. I probably watched that 15,000 times, right? Giants, and it would be like
the 86 Mets one.
Yeah, I love those things.
Yeah.
So could you imagine when you get to the playoffs, it's like, all right, Yankees lose game 1. Game 2, they come back. Game 3, a kid that's never been on the mound in the postseason gives us a performance for the ages. Like, that's what last night was.
100%. But like I said, he raised his own bar. He raised his own level of expectation from the fans, right? Not to say that you need brilliance like that every single time out, but okay, he showed that he's not intimidated by the big stage. You expect him to go out there and give you a chance to win these big games you have moving forward.
Absolutely. So what? Let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
And Ray and RJ can chime in because they're Yankee fans. What is the expectation for this team now? Is it if they don't get to a World Series, this is a disappointment?
I think you got to at least get to the ALCS.
I don't know that ever changed. I don't know that ever changed.
Toronto?
I think so.
Ray, you agree with that?
Oh, you got to at least beat Toronto. You lose
so
to
the
Toronto.
Yankees lose to Toronto.
Yeah.
This is a disappointing failure? Like, what is this season become?
It's the same as if they had lost to Boston, a failure.
You remove epic. Remember we said you remove the word epic.
Right. It's
Still
not
a
an epic failure. This is the number one seed in the American League.
Sure.
Right? Now, I know you had the same record as them, but they are the number one seed in the American League. It's not an epic failure if you lose to Toronto. I think the Yankees are better. And by the way, I got to tell you a couple things, Dan, here, about Raymond. Raymond made a big faux pas and made me look silly.
Oh yeah, I got to fall on the sword for this one. I apologize.
A really bad job.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm a bad guy and a fool. But
he
I'll
told
also
me
say
he told me the Blue Jays were minus 130 and they were the favorites. I passed that along to Buster Olney. He's probably passing along to people all around ESPN right now.
Wrong.
That's not true.
It's a lie.
It's not true. Yankees are minus 150. Toronto is plus 130.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I looked at the bracket for the series on ESPN, and for the bracket it had Toronto minus 130. That was for Saturday's game 1. So that's where that was. So I apologize. I'm totally wrong, and I hope Buster's not spreading that information.
So what is it for
on
the
my
series?
behalf. For the series,
minus 150.
it's Yankees minus 150. Toronto's plus 130.
Yeah.
That's all right. It was early.
And I'm sure that Buster's in meetings with like Jimmy Pitaro and God knows how high up this goes, and he's like, guys, Toronto, considerable favorites in the series.
Listen, I don't gamble. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, absolutely, because we know ESPN's all in on baseball.
Oh, right. And then how about this now, Dan? This is a nice little story as we send it away and then come back and get into the 9 o'clock hour. So Raymond went out last night. He didn't go to the game, but he went out last night to a local watering hole, right?
They had water.
He's drinking. He's having fun. He's having a burger. He's having a great time. And he goes up to pay, gives the credit card to the bartender. Bartender looks at it, goes, "Ray, are you the Ray Santiago from DNR?" Yeah, I am. I am that Ray Santiago. Your money's no good here. It's on the house.
Yeah, he gave me back my card and everything. Shout out to
Lou.
Lou.
He didn't say this.
Shout out to Lou. Good guy.
How about that?
Wow.
How about that?
That was nice.
Raymond just being on the show, he got a free meal.
What place
Had
was
you known
this,
that,
Ray?
you probably would have ordered a lot more, right?
Probably.
That's it, yeah, right.
Probably.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I'm imagining, because I know you, you left a generous tip after he told you it's on the house.
I owe the guy. I cannot pay the guy enough, honestly, for that. And I insist. It's like, no, I have to pay this. I have to.
But did you left a good tip, right?
You know what?
Oh, no.
I've not been in that situation before. I've never had that happen to me.
It does put
You
the
didn't leave a tip?
Yeah, but Dave, it
You
does
know
put
what?
the customer
You know
in like
what?
an awkward spot.
You know what?
What?
No, that I didn't even consider it. You're
Oh, my
right.
God, Ray.
You're right. And now I've got to go back there and just give the guy.
I'm being serious now. You got it.
I got to make this right. I got to make this
Or
right.
you give him a
back
pop
today.
on the air. Little free pub.
Well, I did give him a pop on the air. Lou
You know, I
over
don't
at
think he wants
Mickey's.
to-
No, the
he's
place.
big.
That's what I mean. Like some place.
Over at Mickey's in Lyndhurst. Great food, great drinks,
you
great
go.
atmosphere. So
Yeah, but now it's like payola. Now we've created a real
That's what a
dilemma
tip
here.
is. It's pay.
well,
Ray,
no.
You got to go give the guy.
I got to make this right. I got to make this right. You're
That's,
totally
I'm
right.
surprised by you because anyone
well,
ever
I've-
gives you a free meal, now the tip goes up.
You got to go
I've-
back and eat
I've
there
gotta
again and
tell
like
you-
pay double.
I've got to tell you, that's literally never happened to me before. That's a first. So I didn't even
Really?
consider it.
When you left that, you must have RJ felt like $1 trillion. You must have felt like $1 billion, right? You were like, so your Yankees win. Schlittler gives you a performance of a lifetime. You're recognized at whatever place you're at, and they're like, no, your money's no good here. It's free. Like you must have been feeling pretty good last night.
Again, like that was unexpected, but yeah, and also I got to tell you, as good as the Yankees ended up looking, I wasn't expecting them to win in the fashion that they did. So it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it really did for you. All right, so let's break, come back, and Yankees. 800-919-3776. DNR with you. Very busy Friday, ESPN New York.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step fitting process to make sure your new bed fits you perfectly. The right fit, the right price, plus free delivery. It's what they do, only at PC Richard & Son. Free delivery on mattresses $199 and up. Excludes Manhattan. See stores for details.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
You know so much about who you are. But do you know what makes your body your body? With over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help you know the truth. Because you know you're made of grit, wit, and a good heart. But just how healthy is that heart? You know you're made up of all the places you've called home. You know you're made of your mom's sarcasm. And now you can find out if you have her thyroid too. You know you're made of college all-nighters and 30s early-nighters, but those still don't explain your sleep issues. You know that you're made up of good meals with even better conversation. But are you actually absorbing those nutrients? A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text FORCE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone-boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text FORCE to 42424. That's FORCE to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Put it in the box! This is your radio home for New York Mets baseball. 880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Story on the ground is short. To its left, fielded near the bag at second by Volpe. Slings it on to first. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. Schlitler, a 5-hit shutout.
Schlittler was amazing.
I knew exactly what I needed to do and go out there, especially against my hometown team, so I wasn't going to let them beat me.
He didn't look like a rookie, did he?
When you throw 100 and command the baseball and can land your secondary pitches, you can be a problem.
He's been our secret weapon ever since he got called up.
I was locked in, trust the guys to back me up out there, and exactly what they did.
And the Yankees have shut out the Red Sox, and they've won this wild card series, advancing to the Division Series. They'll play the Blue Jays.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, massive 9 o'clock hour. DNR with you, ESPN New York. You want to get in on the Yankees conversation, do it now, because we got picks and plays of the week and all that kind of good stuff later on in this hour. 800-919-3776. Dan, if I would have said to you, Grassi and for Rick, by the way, which I probably haven't even said today, but you're just kind of a staple of the show at this point. If I would have said to you yesterday, give me the best Cam Schlitler could possibly be in the game last night, what would it be?
The only thing that could possibly be better was 3 more outs. Right? To have that complete game next to his ledger.
But if I had said to you yesterday, like, okay, I want a stat line. I want innings, I want hits, I want walks, I want strikeouts. Within not like a perfect game, but like, what would you have said had I asked you that question going into the game yesterday?
Before the game yesterday,
yes.
If you would have told me, like ideal, if you gave me somehow 7 2-runs allowed, I think you would have signed up for that in blood if you were a Yankee fan.
Right. Dan, the guy went 8 shutout innings, walked nobody, struck out 10.
12, I'm
sorry. I mean, that's one of the great performances you've seen. And the Yankees offense was very bleh last night. They didn't do a lot. But the thing is, they didn't have to do a lot.
Nope. All you got to do is get one if the other guy's giving up nothing. And he made it easy on him last night. And it was tremendous. On that stage, in that spot, you could not have dreamed of anything more.
From the moment Trevor Story hit the home run in Game 2, the Red Sox did not put another run across the plate from that moment. The Yankees bullpen was lights out in Game 2. Schlitler was lights out last night. Bednar came on to close things down, and now we sit here, and the Yankees move on, and deservedly so. And they become the first team to ever lose Game 1 of the wild card. And I know it's not a long sample size, but what did you say? It's now 1 in 15?
1 in 15.
And that's pretty remarkable.
If I would have told you
first team to do that.
If I would have told you before the series, okay, it's going the distance.
Yep.
3 games. Yankees are only going to score 9 runs in the series. What do you think the outcome is?
Goes 3 games, Yankees scored 9 runs.
Yeah.
I would guess the Yankees would lose.
Yep. That didn't happen.
I would guess the Yankees would lose.
And that's encouraging. You're finding other ways to win apart from what your perceived strengths are.
In the series? They scored none last night. They scored 3 in the opener, right?
They scored 6 runs.
And they scored 6 runs in 3 games.
Yep.
So you beat them a way you typically don't, right? The Yankees are a team that's like they're an offensive team, and then they make the mistakes. They do. Like defensively, they make mistakes. They just have lapses where, like in Game 1, you saw who was it? Sogard take second base, right? Tagging up, on that play to center field. Like they typically are the team that gets taken advantage of. And in this series, they were the team that took advantage of these little nuanced things.
And they only hit 2 home runs in the whole series, right? Which is obviously a strength of theirs. They hit more home runs.
Volpe hit the home runs?
Yeah, and Rice and Volpe, right. So, and the Yankees hit more home runs than any team in baseball. They only hit 2 in the series. They scored 9 runs in 3 games, and you're still alive, and you're still kicking, and obviously you got more than a puncher's chance going up to Toronto, and that's got to give you confidence because, like I said, you're finding other ways to win apart from what everybody thinks you have to be a successful team, at least this Yankee team.
Yes. I actually think there's a chance that the Yankees beat up on Toronto. And maybe I'm completely wrong, but I got a nasty email about it before. Like, Toronto's pitching is great. I understand that Bieber's back and healthy and is good, and this young kid that they threw the other day, and the Yankees haven't seen him, so maybe that's an advantage. But I'm not. I mean, if the Yankees can win Game 1, I don't see how they don't win this series with the way they have their pitching lined up after that.
Get a split in Toronto, and the odds obviously tilt in your favor. Easy.
But if you could somehow win Game 1, like even a steal of Game 1, and then go to Fried, Renan, and Schlitler, how much would you love your chances if that's the case?
And I fully expect them to. I think the Yankees win Game 1. I'm a big believer in the team that's been playing that, is not sitting around for a week, that is in game form. I'll take my chances with them.
So if now I know it's a big if the Yankees win Game 1, is sweeping them out of the question?
No, it's not out of the question, but I don't think they will.
Okay,
I think they split the 2 games in Toronto.
And then you've done your job.
Now, here's the question.
Then you come home with Renan and Schlitler.
Let's get nerdy.
Okay.
We figure heel game 1. Okay?
That's what Buster said, yeah.
Right. Heel's got to be added to the roster because he wasn't on the wild card roster. So
Just
somebody's got to come off.
On Sunday. What are you going to say? Who are you going to take off the roster?
Yeah, who are you going to take off? It's got to be a relief pitcher. I'm not taking
Paul
Will Warren
Blackburn?
off.
Yeah.
Either Blackburn or Camilo Duvall.
No, I think it's Blackburn. RJ and I said it at the exact same time. Paul Blackburn. Has to be.
Blackburn gives you innings, though. You never know how these games are going to go. If somebody has a disastrous
If I'm going
start,
to Paul Blackburn, something is going terribly wrong.
right? If somebody has a disastrous start and you don't want to burn any of your other guys, that's what a guy like Blackburn is for. And like I said, his last 7 appearances, and the reason he was on this roster, his last 7 appearances, he had a 1.5 ERA.
Well, if you get length from your starting pitching like you did in that series, you're going to be in really good shape. What'd you get? 6 1/3, 6+ and 8, right?
Boy, if you could carry that over, you're living a charmed life right now.
If you get good, consistent, good starting pitching in postseason baseball, you're going to be really hard to beat.
I mean, it's like, what year are we in, right?
Right.
Starting pitchers going deep into games.
It spits in the face of everything that baseball is now.
It's incredible. It really is.
They took Dylan Cease out after like 3 2/3 the other day.
And again, like we haven't even brought that up. I mean, just in baseball circles, and I know people here don't give a rat's what about the Padres, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. Like everybody and they did it again in August, throwing bouquets at A.J. Preller and all these great trades that he makes during the season at the deadline. He owns the deadline, all these things. Can San Diego ever do anything in the playoffs?
No.
Can they ever get to a World Series?
Never won a World Series.
Now, granted, they were up 2-1 on the Dodgers last year. If that's their crowning achievement, great. Like, they're going to put a banner up for that. We were up 2-1 on the eventual champs in the division series.
I think there's a really good chance we're going to have a repeat of last year's World Series, which I think would be delicious.
We could, but I told you, I actually think I'm giving a slight nod to the Phillies in that series.
Yeah, I know. I think RJ likes the Phillies in that series as well. If they had Wheeler, I would probably take the Phillies. No Wheeler, I can't. But it would be a good series.
Yeah, but Christopher Sanchez has been their best pitcher all year,
he's
man.
Awesome. And Suarez is really good, too.
Suarez is good. Nola's finding himself again, and those dudes can club.
Let's get to some of the calls, because then we got to get to the stuff.
And Philly's bullpen is a ton better than the Dodgers.
Duran is a ton. Is it Duran or Duran?
You say Duran.
Duran?
Yeah.
So it's and the Red Sox guy is also Duran?
Jarren Duran, yeah.
All right, so we're just going to stick with universally. They're all Duran.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's go to Edgar in Bloomingdale. Edgar, I know he's so excited. Good morning, Edgar. How are you?
What's up, boys? What's up, Grassa?
Edgar.
You are a savant, Dave. You said they're going to drop a 4-run inning and it's cruise control after that, and I was like, it's really happening. I didn't expect the pitching.
You know
like
what the
that,
amazing thing is,
said,
Edgar? I say greatness. And does it get turned
You
around?
do.
Is the audio available for all to hear? Is it thrown right back at 6:04 this morning? No, that audio vanishes. Vanishes.
Well, that's a lie.
It's on the wall.
Well, I think the Yankees could put up a crooked number early in this game. Like a 4-spot in the third inning. Write that down. 4-spot third inning for the Yankees.
Guys got that?
Yeah, that was it. That was game right there. Anyway, I chose Denver. I mean, not Denver. Rams. How do you not pass it there? Why do you run it? But that's another story.
Game
So
shouldn't have
it's
come
really-
down to
it's
that,
you.
though, Edgar, if you watched it. The
Kyrie
Rams
Williams
shot
should have
themselves in the foot
plunged
9
in from
times.
the 3-yard line.
If you don't have a kicker, you're out. How do you get a kick block and then you're missing kicks? And man, they got to fix that over there.
He's good. I actually think he's a good kicker.
Yeah. And Kyron Williams also dropped a wide-open third down conversion
earlier in the
game, too,
Yeah,
which he would have walked to a first down.
Yeah, that hurts. But last thing, Louis Hill. If Buster Olney says Louis Hill, it's Louis Hill, huh?
Yeah. Heel, we believe. And thanks for the call.
Yeah,
we
he took the
believe
subway
Heel
back with Boone.
Gets the nod for game one. Yeah, that makes sense.
Remember we were talking about Schlitler earlier.
Yeah.
And you were like dumping on me because it didn't seem like I was enthusiastic or I didn't want to anoint it yet with the performance.
Well, I'm not saying that he's going to go into the Hall of Fame, but last night was one of the great starts you've ever seen.
It's great, but here's the thing. Would you say that once upon a time Bobby Jones threw an even better game than Cam Schlitler? a one-hit complete game shutout to win a series against the Giants in 2000. Remember that? That was the division series.
What was that, an elimination game for the Mets, though?
It was. That was his game 3. His game 3.
I don't remember what game it was.
It was either game 3 or 4. Benny Agbayani hit the walk-off in the other one. But Bobby Jones had a complete game one-hitter.
All right, but was it in an elimination game for the Mets? If it was, then it's right up there.
My point is this. You think back to 2000, okay, Bobby Jones did that, but then fast forward to the World Series. He gives up a momentum-changing leadoff home run to Derek Jeter in Game 4.
Remembers.
You know what I'm saying? And so, that's what he followed it up with, unfortunately. And it's not like, Bobby Jones is being exalted in Met history when he shows up at Citi Field.
No, but Bobby Jones also didn't have a storied career, and I imagine this kid's going to have a pretty good career.
Well, Bobby Jones was a top prospect once upon a time. I mean, we're going back, 35 years.
He wasn't what Schlitler can hope.
No, he was
though.
their top pitching prospect for a lot of years before he finally came up.
All right, let's continue with the phone calls.
All I'm saying is that Cam Schlitler, let's hope he can build off of this, and this isn't his
There's no reason to think he won't.
Shining moment in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
Dan in Jersey. Dan, you're on ESPN New York. Good morning.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Dan. How are you guys today?
Not as good as you.
I feel great. By the way, Dave, I called last Friday, and I called my shot. I said Jackson Dart was going to lead the Giants to a win, and I got clowned for being a hot take artist. It's not looking like too much of a hot take now.
We clowned you for saying the Giants were going to beat the Chargers?
Yes. Raymond said it was the kiss of death.
Yeah, I clowned you for your history as a hot take artist. That doesn't change anything. That's the blind squirrel right there.
Dan,
Congratulations,
you are a
Dan.
hot take artist. You are a massive hot take artist. And because you found one to be right, good for you. I'm glad you were right. What do you think this week, Dan? How do you feel?
I think they go down and beat the Saints.
Wow, that's going out on a limb.
They're underdogs in the game.
The Saints stink.
Dave, I'm going to pull one out of your book.
Dave, you know how many seconds the Saints
you let
have
the guy
this
speak.
year?
For God's sakes, he's in the middle of trying to talk. Let the guy talk.
All right, good.
Go ahead, Dan. What do you want to say?
Dave, before I get to my Yankee point, I'm pulling one out of your book. If I had a pick this week, go to the bank, take out all your money, put it on the Giants.
Really?
I don't know how they're not favored this week. It's insane to me that they're underdogs this week. It's great value.
It's great value. Thanks to the call. I am. If I had to put money on this game, like a huge sum of money, I would put it on the Saints. I don't know why. I just don't feel great about the Giants. This feels like a very dangerous game to me. Oh, now you're not going to talk? Oh, for God's sakes. All right. Let's go to JoJo in Nutley. JoJo, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What's up, JoJo?
How you doing? Just wanted to go off of this Yankees team is just very different, it seems, than the past years. I don't know if it's because you got guys who maybe were on, crappier teams, I guess you could say, like Miami, like Jazz and Ahmed Rosario and Caballero, but even McMahon, they seem like they all want it more. And I know every team wants to win, but they seem different than usual. But the main reason for my call is I know Schlitler had some hell of a performance, and that we're going to be talking about that for a while. But how about Volpe, man? I feel like everybody was giving him a lot of dirt all season, and he really came to play. I know his bat was great, but defensively, I mean, he held it together for us, and I think we should give some credit for the guy.
You're right. He gets his flowers. Dan, he made a great play last night on a bad throw from Chisholm that he scooped at second base.
That was a tough play.
It was a really good play.
The short hop, that was a tough. You almost saw Nathaniel Lowe try to make the same play at first, and obviously he didn't, and it led to 2 runs.
I don't know well enough. Is Lowe an awful first baseman?
He's not Keith Hernandez.
Well, that nobody is, but I mean, he's a plump fella. Right,
he's a bat first. Let's put it that way.
Okay, yeah, because when he tried to make that play last night, it
was awkward.
It looked very Pete Alonso-ish to me.
It was awkward.
It was very.
But to what the caller was saying about Volpe though, Volpe the postseason's not been an issue for him. He was great last year in the playoffs. He was great.
Yes, right. But he was really, really bad this regular season.
Right,
really bad.
But you held out to that glimmer of hope that, okay, it's in there somewhere. And he's got one of the 2 home runs that the Yankees have hit so far in this postseason. And look, I don't think he's done by any stretch. Like, he's going to have to do his part if this team is going to find a way to beat Toronto and move on to the LCS.
Absolutely. But again, I mean, Judge you feel great about, and Grisham has had timely hits, and Ben Rice has been red hot, and Stanton did not have a good series outside of the double yesterday, which was smoked, and he decided not to run. But I mean, bottom of that order. I mean, McMahon doesn't hit, and Rosario's meh, whatever. But, I mean, Volpe's someone you're going to need to produce in the bottom of that order.
I had, buddies texting me last night, too, who are Met fans, seeing Rosario and everything. And, back in the day when he was considered, a top
Met
like
a 5-star prospect.
And it's like you got Rosario round and third getting waved home by Luis Rojas. It's
right?
just like you can't make it up,
You really can't.
in Yankee uniforms.
Right. RJ?
Give him 2 seconds. There you go.
How you still feeling like $1 million?
Oh yeah.
I could only imagine. So does the sheer exhaustion catch up to you at any point, or you just drive through this day?
I'll drive through half the day, and then I will park and I will refuel, and then we'll continue driving.
But at what point do you flip from last night's Yankees fantastic win to put that to rest? Focus on the Blue Jays.
I think when I wake up from my nap. Turn the page.
Today?
I think so.
You don't even give yourself the full day today to luxuriate in that win?
Well, Dan said it earlier. Yanks are working out in Toronto. If they're turning the page, then me too. I mean, they could have gone today. They could have traveled today. They said nope. They brought. Yeah, I realize what kind of power that is too. I don't have this confirmed. That's like a bring your luggage to the stadium kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to Toronto after, boys.
Yeah, I don't think it's alike. I think
that's what teams do in baseball.
That's not like a jinx. Like, just logistically, you have to have your stuff.
No, but they could have left in the morning today, gone home, slept in your own bed, sleep, study stuff, leave in the morning.
They did it the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did it the right way.
You get the good night's sleep in the hotel, so then you...
Not like they did Jerry Jones, where he's handing out, next round playoff tickets.
That was nice.
It's unbelievable.
Well, whoever won last night, right? Like, they were going to be on the road to go to Toronto.
Right. You had to go up to Toronto, you would figure, last night.
Well, the Mets did the same thing. Think
You're
about it.
a bad guy for that.
Last year, the Mets, they ended the season in Atlanta, so they had to go to Atlanta and then fly to Milwaukee and then fly to Philadelphia. So it was like road trip. You know what I mean?
Hang on. I'm a bad guy, Ray? Your owner was handing out tickets to the next game, assuming the Giants were garbage.
Yeah.
How am I?
Listen,
he's the bad guy.
Listen. It worked out in your favor, clearly, and he was a bad guy for that. But you're a bad guy for it's going to be 20 years later. It's unbelievable.
You think that ever dies?
It doesn't die for me.
And I promise you, until my final breath, I could be on a ventilator. I'm going to bring that up to people. I'll write it down.
Thank you so much, Patrick.
They'll give me the board with the marker, and they'll say, "What do you want to say?" I'm like, Jerry Jones tickets.
I can't thank Patrick Creighton enough for dropping that ball.
Those would be some interesting last words.
Patrick Creighton's the one in jail, right? He got caught up in the drug ring.
Patrick
that was
Creighton's
Sam Hurd.
Jail?
Sam Hurd.
That was Sam Hurd. He was he had a whole thing going on.
This took
an entire thing.
This got ugly.
Dark.
Well,
but I actually have a Patrick Creighton jersey I might wear in one day.
Number 84, Patrick Creighton?
There's no way you do.
Right after that game, I ran out. I was like, he's my hero. Heroic. R.W. McQuarters had the final interception in that game. You remember him?
There's a name. There's a
R.W. McQuarters.
Ronald Wofford McQuarters.
Hey, RJ, how you doing?
Yeah, we're getting too far away about how everything is great. How great everything is for me. We need to come back there.
How great is everything for you?
Great. Really
great enough that you think of stuff you missed is also going to be great.
I'll do my best.
All right, let's see.
Now.
Walk-up three-pointer. He got it!
See ya!
Score! Put it in the box!
The you missed.
Yeah, confirmed, Buster. I'll be ready to go Monday morning. I also need Rick's picks. I asked him. He's in Canada.
You don't have Rick's picks?
Well, I asked him for him. I sent him a text, and he actually sent another text making fun of us this morning about something else, so he is aware of what's happening.
So what happens?
I think he knows the rules. I think we'll get him.
But if we do not get his picks, he takes the 0-3.
I don't know about that, but okay.
What do you mean? I mean, you explain to me.
It's on the table.
Well, the lines freeze, so
he's got to get his picks in by the end of the show.
Yeah, end of show. I think he knows.
Okay.
So, Cam Schlitler. Let's run through some of the history, man. You know what happened by now? What happened last night? So, He had 6 100-mile-an-hour pitches, topped out at 101. Those 6 first-inning 100-mile-an-hour pitches were more than all Yankee starting pitchers had thrown combined in the playoffs in the pitch tracking era, which goes back to 2008.
It's amazing. The most amazing thing to me is that this kid does it with no fanfare, no seeming nerves. He just goes out there and just quietly pitches this gem of a game.
I take a lot of pride in this. Is I think what's endearing him to most Yankee fans beyond just what he did. But I mean, you go from incredible outing to not legend, but you tug at the heartstrings. It seems he really dislikes the Red Sox.
So he grew up a Red Sox fan. Are we back there now?
No, I don't think that happened. So you corrected me yesterday. I believe that's untrue. I should have stood on my soapbox, but I was being nice yesterday because I
thought you said he did grow up a Red Sox fan.
I said that. Remember, people emailed you correcting me, saying no, his family.
Right, but I just went back to it. Didn't he grow up a Red Sox fan?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I just said. You're like, no.
No, okay, so yeah, all the people that emailed in, I correct you, emailers. But Cam Schlitler tweeted out, drinking that dirty water like a shot at Boston, the song they play after they win. So I love what he's about. I don't know how you don't. And he's the first Yankee pitcher with 10 strikeouts, no walks, no runs in a game in franchise postseason history. That is
amazing.
Yankee postseason history.
Amazing. And this is a storied postseason history.
Yep, his 12 strikeouts are most ever in a winner-take-all game in baseball history. And that's the first time a team has come back from a 1-0 deficit since Major League Baseball adopted this playoff format. Hasn't been that long, but...
Yeah, but it's still 16 times.
Yep.
It's not like it's a 3, times it's happened. 16 is a decent sample size.
So it's on to Toronto, and I'll give Toronto credit for this. That crowd, they get rowdy. They get hostile. So it's not going to be an easy place to play. They beat the Yankees 8 of 13 times. That's why they won the division. That's why they were off in the wild card round, and that's why they will host the first couple of games of the series. But here's the juxtaposition. Yankees did more than double the Jays run differential this year. Yankees led the majors in homers, and Aaron Judge is a career 300 hitter with 41 homers in 133 games against the Jays. Toronto never strikes out. They play the field about as well as anybody left, and they put the ball in play 82% of the time. That's the most of any American League team since 2017. So 2 different approaches here that we're going to see.
It sounds like Bo Bichette's not going to play in this series, though.
Yeah, he's been banged up for quite some time.
Yeah, with that knee.
Which is a huge loss.
Losing himself some money, too.
Tigers take down the Guardians in the other wild card action. They'll play the Mariners, and the Cubs knock out the Padres. This game was leading into the Yankees and Sox, so San Diego threatened in the 9th, and some very questionable calls. Padres.
Could you imagine what our phone lines would be like today if the Yankees ever got calls like that?
Well, you see what happened with the Padres. Threatening the umpires walking off the field. Looked like they were about to have a tag team Royal Rumble match.
Man, what were they going to do? Throw them out the game, suspend them for the next one?
Yeah,
I had that with one of Ben's umpires in the last year.
Tried to fight one?
I said something to him after the game.
It was egregious. ABS can't get here fast enough.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Ben's on the mound, scoreless game in the 11th inning, and bases loaded. So they totally missed a play at first base on the play before. Grounded to Ben, throws out the kid at first base. He's out. They call him safe. Fine. Bases loaded, 1 out. Now, these games, they have, the video camera behind the plate. So this is not, my thought that he was out. They do a squeeze bunt. Goes back to Ben. He catches it, flips it. Now, bases loaded. Flips it back to the catcher. Clearly out. They call him safe. Game over in the 11th inning. And as I'm leaving, I pass by the umpires. I'm like, shame on you.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I was like, shame on you. And
I'm pretty sure it was not just shame on you.
No, I swear to God.
Did you run after you said that?
No. And because I knew that my shame on you was going to be not taken well. No. And the guy went nuts.
David Ross interested apparently in being the new Braves manager. Niners beat the Rams. Maybe you haven't heard. Went to overtime. Rams trailing by 3. Went for it on 4th and short. Didn't get it deep in Niners territory. Went for the win. Sean McVay took a lot of the blame after.
He was awful last night.
Yeah, well, at least he's aware of it, right?
Yeah, I guess. Doesn't do anything for my survivor pick.
Here's Sean.
Poor decision by me right there, but to give the Niners credit, they made enough plays to be able to win the football game. We had plenty of chances throughout this game. We stayed in it, we fought, we battled, but there's a lot of things that we have to be able to clean up, and a lot of football left, but I'm pretty sick right now. I'm sick of the spot that I put our group in to end the game, but these are the tough beats that you got to be able to learn from and move forward, and that's what we're going to do.
That's what they're going to do. John Shire and Duke agreed to a 6-year extension through 2031.
How good is he?
John Shire?
He's
filled in about as well as
not
you can.
every time that you replace an all-time legend with a coach that's great. He is great.
He's very good. Jackson Lacombe and the Ducks agreed to an 8-year, $72 million extension. And the Panthers and Nico Mikula agreed to an 8-year, $40 million extension. October friendlies coming up for U.S. men's national team soccer. Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie are on the roster for those friendlies against Ecuador and Australia. And picks next, I have Rick's picks.
Oh, that's nice.
That's stuff you missed.
I figured you would. By the way, we had that same umpire like a week later. You know what he did?
He picked up your tab at Mickey's.
He apologized.
Oh.
He saw video of the call, and he was horrified that he made that call. So he's like the Galarraga umpire, Jim Joyce. He's got to live with that now.
Should do an E60 on it.
Yeah, I think we will. All right, let's break picks. And then, of course, plays of the week. It's DNR with you, ESPN New York. All right, for one final time this week, and, of course, have a great weekend, to our kind of fifth member of the show. And it's Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dan. On this Baseball and Football Friday, let's go for a ride, see what's going on. We've got issues on 24 eastbound, right past 2B in Florham Park. Serious accident. Couple of lanes blocked over there. Troubles on the New England Thruway North, exit 19 up through Rye with an accident in the right lane. 59 east at Main Street in Muncie. It's an accident over in Rockland County. Alternate side in effect, sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports, coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
Record numbers of residents are getting quality, affordable health insurance through Get Covered New Jersey. If you recently had a major life event such as marriage, pregnancy, or insurance loss, you may be eligible to enroll now. All health plans include preventive care, prescriptions, emergency services, and more. 9 in 10 enrolling get financial help, and many pay $10 a month or less. Find out if you qualify at getcovered.nj.gov. That's getcovered.nj.gov.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K.
We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
The holiday season is here, and businesses are hiring for all kinds of seasonal roles, from haunted corn maze staff to real bearded Santas. Skilled, experienced workers are in high demand and hard to find. Whether you're hiring for one of these roles or any other role, the best way to find the perfect match for your role is on ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's matching technology works fast to find top talent. No wonder it's the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. It is now time for our NFL picks.
Win 18! Win 18!
NFL picks.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs and lay the
of DNR.
All right, so RJ, since you're the keeper of the standings, why don't you let everyone know where we are?
Oh, all righty. So, Dave, you control the board.
Hang on, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
You control the board.
That's nice.
Due to tiebreakers, you went 2-1. So did I. So did Rick last week. But due to our tie-breaking situation here, you will control the board.
What did Ray do last week?
Well, I'll get to that. So, you and Rick, Dave and Rick, lead us at 6-6. Mm-hmm. Ray and I, 5-7. Ray off an 0-3 week. Me off a 2-1 week. But we're all separated by one game.
It is very close, and our picks are presented by Bally Bet. All right, now you have acquired Rick's selections, right?
I've got them.
All right, so why don't we start with Richard? Let's see what he's got today.
Well, Rick is going to start with the Indianapolis Colts. So they host the Raiders. That number is 6.5. Rick, I get a sense, loves the Colts here. He's going to take Indianapolis.
Okay.
Moving on, let's head to the Arizona Cardinal game. We spent a lot of time on it around the league.
He's picking that game?
I think he's just picking against the 0-4, perhaps the worst team in the league. The Titans visit the Cardinals. Titans looking for a first win. The number 7.5. Rick doesn't think the Titans will get it or keep it close. He wants the Cardinals minus 7.5.
So I figured something out.
Okay.
This is his theme, and
Pick
we'll see if
teams.
my prediction holds true with the next one, which I do not know, right? You could tell everyone I have no idea what he's going to take.
That's right.
Rick only takes favorites.
Okay.
He is not an underdog guy at all.
Well, you're on that so far because when the Commanders go to visit the Chargers, banged up offensive line or not, Rick likes the Chargers at home against the Commanders. That number's at 2.5. He'll take L.A.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it. That's who he is. He's a favorites guy,
Well,
which
he's
is
tied
fine.
for the lead.
RJ, since you already kind of took the mic and gave picks for one person, why don't you go ahead and give your picks as well?
All right, well, we talked about this quite a bit. Giants going on down to New Orleans. Dave, you were all over this. You said the line makes no sense. I agree. It's flipped, which actually I wonder if it's kind of going too.
You're going to do this, aren't you?
I have to.
You don't like me at all.
I love you, but
No.
I have to do this. You said if I'm true to what I'm really about, which is things that don't make sense, you would agree few things make less sense this week than the Saints being favored by 1.5 with a quarterback who's never won an NFL football game. So I'm going to take the Saints.
Of course you are.
I'm sorry.
And by the way, the spread is 1.5, not 2.5.
I said 2.5.
No, I don't know what you said, but it's 1.5.
I'm pretty sure you said 1.5.
That's fine. But I know we had discussed earlier in the week it was up to like 2. It's down to 1.5. So at least there is some money coming back on the Giants.
Well,
all right, so you got the Saints. What else you got?
One number that I know is 2.5. That would be the Cowboys and the Jets.
Uh-oh. So you're going to upset someone here.
Sorry, Raymond. I think this is the week. Cowboys could win. Maybe. But I actually think the Jets get their first win. I'll take the 2.5 points with the Jets.
Wow. So you think the Jets win this game outright?
I think they do.
Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy.
All right.
And we spent a lot of time talking about favorites. I know it's outside. But these lines, when they get rolling, it's a huge number. It's up to 10.5. Gigantic. Give me Detroit. Cincy looks as bad as you can look. and I'll take the Lions to roll.
All right. I'm going to jump in here.
Wow.
I'm going to go.
Wow.
Because, Ray, I'm going to let you hear what everyone's taking, and then I'm going to let you come up with your own analysis, and you can make your picks at that point. I'm going to go to what could be the worst game on the docket this weekend. Not Tennessee and Arizona. I'm going down to Carolina. The Dolphins and the Panthers. No Hubbard, no Tyreek. Miami, short week. Miami loses by far their best offensive weapon. And they still have A-Chain, right? I get that. And Waddle, but I don't know. Carolina at home getting a 1.5? That looks too attractive to me. I'll take the Panthers plus the 1.5. And then I'm going to go to a game, and I hate doing this, but it's on my docket. It's what I have circled. I'm going to go out to L.A. Chargers embarrassed themselves last week against the Giants. West to east, the whole thing. McLaurin is out for Washington. I know that the offensive line is banged up for the Chargers, but they still have good receivers. I still believe in that coach. They still have Justin Herbert, so I hate to take the same game that Rick is taking, but I'll take the Chargers, and I'll lay the 2.5 as well. And for my final game this week, they haven't covered. They are undefeated, but haven't covered the number in a couple weeks now. And the number is dipped down. The Bills are only giving 7.5 as opposed to the 8.5 where it started. I think they're just a better team, considerably better than New England. And let's see what Drake May does. I know Buffalo's defense is not great. Let's see what Drake May is. This is a tough road test. I know New England won last week, but the week before they turned it over 5 times. I'll take Buffalo and lay the 7.5. So once again, give me Carolina plus 1.5, the Chargers minus 2.5, and the Bills, the Buffalo Bills, as RJ would say, minus the 7.5. And now, Raymond, the floor is yours.
All right, let's start across the pond.
And
yeah, that's right. I'm going to go ahead and take the Vikings. They're favored by 3.5 against the Browns.
I don't like this game at all.
I think that's about right. And listen, the Vikings, they weren't really impressive at all in Dublin against the Steelers, but I think this is a bounce-back opportunity. Browns' defense is good. Offensively, Dylan Gabriel, is that inspiring you? I'm going to take
I
Vikings
just think the
here.
Browns' defense is good, and I don't trust Carson Wentz. And I see this as a field goal game. But listen, I could be wrong. You might hit this one.
It could be. I mean, hopefully you're wrong. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic if you were. Next, I thought long and hard about this game, and then now you picking it. I'm not saying it ups my resolve, but if nothing else, at least I can keep pace with you on this one. I'm going to go ahead and take the Chargers. Minus 2.5 in L.A. For all the reasons that you already stated. Terry McLaurin's being banged up. Now, Jaden Daniels is back this time for Washington.
He's going to play this week, yes.
So that will make a difference for Washington offensively, but especially after the egg that the Chargers laid over here against the Giants last week, they've got to bounce back. Jim Harbaugh will have them ready to go. Give me the Chargers minus 2.5. And then let's go to Cincinnati. That spreads up to 10.5 now. It's not enough, honestly. Detroit is going to smash Cincinnati. I think we're all in agreement with that one. Go ahead and give me the Lions at minus 10.5.
So you're following the Rick rule of thumb and just taking favorites across the board.
I went 0-3 last week. I kind of need some security here.
All right, well, there you have it. Those are our picks, and they're, of course, presented by Bally Bet. But we're not done.
This survive no matter what. It's the DNR Survivor Pool.
All right, I'm out. I lost. I went bye-bye last night with the Rams, which was a disgusting performance. Raymond's out. Raymond already owes us the brunch or whatever.
Stupid Packers.
Do. Yeah, he's on the Packers. He hates them. RJ, go ahead. It's just you and Rick at this point.
All right, Rick's picks in. He's taking the Arizona Cardinals. And, hey, Dave, what sound do Lions make?
Rawr!
That's right. Heavily invested in these Lions this week. Give me Detroit.
Wow, look at you. I like it. Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, that's when it's Tully time, people. Number 23, BYU hosts West Virginia tonight, 10:30. Nice late night on ESPN. And that's game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. We take a quick break, come back, and it's everyone's favorite plays of the week. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, law, bite back.
I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is the Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same day and next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Dan, let's play the prediction game, shall we?
Can't wait.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a prediction. You think Yankees Blue Jays 1-1 on Monday morning, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you a prediction right here. You're going to think this is crazy. I think the Yankees are going to sweep this series.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Toronto. I know they have a good home field advantage, but I just think the Yankees are a better team, and I think they'll be buoyed off that win from the other night. The bullpen is going to be, amazingly rested, right? Bednar went all 3 games. Everyone else is going to have a couple days off, and I think the starting pitching is just better. And we didn't see great Yankees offense, so I think the Yankees are going to sweep that series.
That would be the shocker of all shockers.
You
I
would
think
be stunned by that?
Stunned. Yeah.
Okay.
I think most people around baseball will be stunned if they sweep.
Okay, well, we'll
Not
see.
if they win.
Listen, I
just
want to be
sweep.
wrong, actually, but
Yeah.
I think the Yankees sweep that series. Do you? I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Do you feel comfortable giving a Jets prediction, or do you not want to because you work the Jets pre and post and all that stuff?
I don't care.
So you think the Jets get their first win?
I thought they were going to get their first win last week, and it didn't happen. So until I see a win, I can't say that I think they're going to win. How about that?
I feel the same way, the same exact way.
Mhm.
I can't pick the Jets, seeing what I just saw on Monday night against a bad football team in Miami. The Jets were so bad, they made Miami look pretty good last week.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And Miami's not good.
No, they're not good at all.
So until I see 60 minutes of not shooting yourself in the foot, penalties, mistakes, self-inflicted wounds, I can't sit here and say you're going to win a game.
And you think the Giants win this game?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
I hope you're right. I don't.
I thought the Giants were going to win this game since, July.
I thought the Saints would be worse, actually.
They haven't had a lead for a second this year. How much worse can you be?
I mean, they were
Like, think about that. You have not had
away
a
from having the
lead
lead against the Bills last week.
But
They
you
were
haven't
right
had
there.
a lead.
I don't think they're that awful. I don't. I want to be wrong again. I don't think the Giants win this game. I hope I'm wrong.
Jets have had a
all
lead
right.
at least.
Yeah, I imagine they'll have the lead at some point, the Saints, in this game. Maybe not. I'd love to be wrong. I love the Giants to take this game over early and just bury them. Would be great. Ray?
Oh, hi.
How you doing?
It's Friday.
And your Yankees moved on.
The Yankees moved on. Still I have a lot of trepidation about this Cowboys matchup with the Jets. I mean, RJ made his pick.
RJ loves the Jets in this game.
But listen, just how banged up Dallas is and how bad their defense is. I respect the play. That's all I could say. I respect.
That's
the play.
RJ, so he could do anything and you respect.
Well, that's not true.
Of course it is.
It'll be a beautiful day out there Sunday.
It's gonna be
At
hot.
least there's that.
Yeah, it's gonna be like you're going to a baseball game.
Cowboys can win the game. Just need that extra point or two.
So right now, Cowboys win 24-23, RJ. You signed for it?
Yeah, sure.
Of course you
I
would.
think that's too low.
Sorry, Jets fans.
You're right. What is the over-under on that game? 55?
Hang on. I just had it in front of me.
I haven't even seen it.
48 and a half.
48 and a half?
That's what it's.
How does that not go over?
I don't know.
I think that's low.
Yeah, it feels it, right? Raymond?
Yeah.
You want to do the plays of the week?
That'd be nice.
Let's go.
Raymond, guess what we're going to get into on the other side?
Are the plays
I want you to guess. And specifically the
Knicks of the week.
That's right. You're good. You win a prize today.
It's never not funny. Yeah, Monday was a day for Dave.
Around the league, we'll do that. All the Monday normal things that we do. We go around the league. When the Yankees eventually lose this postseason, I will take great joy in that as well.
Right. I'm sure you'll send Ray some nasty emoji.
Well,
Ray's very sensitive.
All right, I'd like to retract myself. He was mocking me.
I was called repulsive last week. What are you talking
Not
about?
by me.
Yeah, some lines were crossed on Monday.
The people that you're hearing from are probably people that have Mets fans in their lives that were busting their chops when Soto chose the Mets.
Yeah, I think Ted in the truck was one of those people.
The Yankees were in the World Series last year with Soto. You guys did Soto, and he turns to,
Oh, dear God! I heard that. He's going to take a ban, a suspension.
You told the story today about the chasing the umpire. It's not the first time you've been aggressive as a coach or parent.
I did have an incident with my assistant coach, though.
What'd you do to him?
Well, it's more what he did. So all year long, this one kid begging to take a goal. I want to take the goal kick. Let me take the goal kick. So my genius assistant coach decides the last game in an undefeated season, up by 1 with like 3 minutes to go. Sure, let him take the goal kick now. The kid pretty much whiffs on it. It dribbles a foot out in front of him. The other team picks it up, pops it in, goal, tie game. Oh, I undressed him on the sideline.
Yeah, I'm talking about the coach, though, not the kid.
I still mention it to him every time I see him. Like, remember when he tried to sabotage our undefeated season?
I remember when Rick said he would sacrifice you for a good quarterback.
I would sacrifice you right now for Joe Burrow.
Me?
I'd slit your throat right now.
You can never talk to me again the rest of your life.
Okay.
But you get
because
Joe
he
Burrow.
Great you. Great job by everybody on the Couchcast Monday night, really.
Maybe I could be nestled up under Carlin's bosoms.
Well, then we won't see you.
Well, I'm not saying tuck them over my head. I'm saying like into them. I'm not saying throw them over my head.
Use it as a blanket?
I was thinking more like a pillow.
Devastating injury to Tyreek Hill.
Right.
Oh, no. It's
He's on my
snapped.
fantasy team. That's great.
Yeah, that's about what you'd expect from Dave. Rick got a lot of negative feedback for the Couchcast. He needed some encouragement.
Buck up, little camper. I wish I could tell you it's going to get better, but not based on what we saw last night.
That's great.
But you know what? Coming into the week, and again, Dave got a lot of feedback, and we'll get to that in a second. He should have been happier.
Dart. Ejection, dart. Ejection, dart. Ejection, dart. Jackson dart.
But see, what happens is eventually that feedback gets to Dave, and you will get the explosion.
Because Rick can do no wrong. You were bad. Great. That's terrific. All I do is give every ounce of everything I have, and this is the way I'm treated. Peter's traveling the world.
This is what happens.
Don goes driving to Jersey. Wake up in the middle of the night until you're a powder, until you have nothing left. There's days that you look like you might have died. The problem is, I'm too great.
You're too good.
That's the problem.
Yeah, you are kind of the problem. Sometimes. Not all the time, but only sometimes. Dan started filling in for Rick yesterday, and we got to telling the stories of how RJ is very focused on his work before the show.
Rick yelled at me one day at the very early stages of doing the show with you guys. Wait, why don't you talk to me?
Rick did that to you?
No.
He's
Rick,
such a prima donna. The fact that you would bring it up Wednesday, and I assume this happened during the show? Yes? Stay with
Yesterday.
me. Stop reading your emails.
I got an email. I'm looking at it.
I don't give a rat's ass.
You guys did have a little nice back and forth.
Yankees win tonight. Rangers missed the playoffs. Knicks.
You're not very good at this.
Yankees win tonight. No,
could
to it.
Yankees
Stop telling me what to do.
One guy that you should tell more to do is Jordan Renan today. He was like the house guest who wouldn't leave.
Dave, you'll like this. I'll leave you with this.
Yeah, by the way,
This
Jordan
one.
is like, you've moved in.
Last one.
No, really. Dan,
No,
Jordan has moved in. He's
I
like
know.
a house guest. You're like, listen, you can spend the
You'll
weekend.
like
and
this,
we're 2.5
though.
weeks later.
It's-
He's like, so I got one more,
No, no.
guys. Let me tell you.
It's gonna-
poor Rich Seamini.
Yeah, poor Rich Seamini. Poor RJ and around the league. Had to back up.
I'm not sure we've ever slammed the car in reverse and around the league and gone back to
Well,
Panthers.
now you have.
Now we're going
All
back
right?
to Panthers.
I'll tell you what. You shut your mouth, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, no.
You're not allowed to get angry today.
Nah, RJ wasn't allowed. He was in as good a mood as I've ever seen him in. So, that's joy.
I don't have anything. I'm just thinking, like, if I do have anything, today would be the day to bust it out because you really can't be angry.
Excuse me? I've got nothing further. Have a great weekend, boys.
Oh, that's nice. You're a real talent. Have a great weekend. Yankees, Giants, Jets, have a busy weekend. Dan, thanks as always. You do a tremendous job. And it's Rule 76.
No excuses. Play like a champ. Grasa, Rothenberg, and
Let's go, Giants. Make it 2 in a row.
ESPN New York.
I said bust it out. I can't say bust it out.
NFL Sunday is coming. You've got your crew, your couch, your snacks, your slate, and FanDuel is coming in with something extra. This isn't just another NFL Sunday. It's your chance to place that perfect parlay or hit your go-to player prop, and now we're making it even better. Because this week, FanDuel's bringing the bonus. That's right. Now, all customers can get a